or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it 'cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell her, shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living one manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been high, working hard, just so I can say I told you so. I told you so. I don't need your approval to be myself. I got that on myself. Gracefully, gotta keep it cozy. I'ma take it slowly, one step at a time till my time is up. Why you stay mad at me? We gon' make mistakes, we gon' disagree. Are you so proud of me? If you just wait and see, you gon' ride. So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been happy, working hard, so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could've done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it 'cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell her, shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living one manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been high, working hard, just so I can say I told you so. I told you so.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Kamakosazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE List. My name is Lucy List.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
We are live. Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew.
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Let's go. Yo, check this out.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
It's the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
It's up and down, I'm in a gambling phase. We're going round and round, it's a trampoline stay. Oh, it's like I never run out of breath. And I don't care if we make a mess, it doesn't matter what's coming next. So can we just be bonafide? Girl, you got me waking up confused, lost in time. Every moment tastes like summer, can never get enough. Summer.
And once again, it's time for that power breakfast, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, where we say we give you that energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, and you know, midweek, it's time to get rid of that midweek slump with everything that is going to be unpacking and unfolding. Conversations that are so bold, that are aimed at making sure that you and we are on the same level and we understand each other. So do make sure that you stay with us from 7 a.m. up until 10 a.m. We will be with you, riding with you all the way. Hope that you guys are going to be enjoying and having this wonderful day. Not any day, but a beautiful morning with us. My name is Moeketsi Maimane, and I'm happy and excited to be with you. You know that if you want to connect with us throughout our social media platforms, we are Vooka Breakfast Show. And if you want to dial us in, our WhatsApp line is open now for calls and for your voice note. The number to do that, that's 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Without wasting any of your time, you know that we kickstart your day with what we call picture of the day. Of course, you are seeing pictures behind me and you're asking yourself, where is that place and when can I go? What does that place have to offer? Today we are highlighting none other than World of Birds in Hout Bay. It is Africa's largest bird sanctuary, home to over 3,000 birds across 400 species, plus monkeys, reptiles and small mammals. Visitors can explore more than 100 walk-through aviaries, encounter flamingos, eagles, owls and falcons, and enjoy the lively monkey jungle where squirrel monkeys interact directly with guests during the set hours. Open year round, the sanctuary doubles as a wildlife haven and a family attraction, blending conservation with an immersive experience in Cape Town, scenic Hout Bay. So if you're someone who loves animals, just to explore their nature and the adventure that the place that has to offer, that is a place that you need to go to. Just feed your eyes there with those beautiful images and this information that I have just given to you. It will be helpful enough for you to get to the place. It is a festive season and we know that people are planning their trips all around in the country. So this is one of the places that we want you to add in your bucket list. So I hope that information was helpful enough for you to just kickstart your day with something to jot down in your bucket list. Right? That's all for your picture of the day. You know that each and every day we have guests that are coming into the studio to talk to us about the work that they're doing. But for today, of course, it's all about sports. Who do we have? I'm talking about the man who has been here with us, and I can't get to connect with him once again. Mr. Jabulani, an Amaroto Football Academy founder. We're going to be talking about the overall results of the season for the club and the future plans, of course, and the preparation for next year. We know that each and every season we just need to have those year-end reports that we can look and analyze so that next year we just kickstart the year on a very high energetic note and look for better results. 2025 came with its own challenges and people found ways to mitigate those challenges, and we know that heading to 2026 we have new plans for it. So can't wait to connect with him, and do make sure that you also connect with him by asking him questions and hop on in the comment section because we are live right now on YouTube. If you want to listen to audio only, you can just hop on into underground radio and make sure that you enjoy and spend this beautiful morning with us. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag that you need to use throughout the show so that we can engage and create that energy exchanging show, right? So right now I just want you to buckle up because we have all of the talking points when you talk about your latest news headline and sports headlines, just to know what is happening in the world of sports, what is happening when it comes to the latest news, especially what is going on in and all around our country. So I just want you to take this moment, and when we're getting to the news recap, you will give me your own opinion on your own sentiments by also using the voice note by using the number 060-493-3226. That is 060-493-3226. Right now we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back we will give you your latest news headlines and sports headlines. So don't switch the dial.
Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moeketsi Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yo, check this out.
Durban streets, what's poppin'?
It's the Vooka.
Vooka.
Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
We are live.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
Your favorite morning crew.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show. Let's go.
Alright, as mentioned, let us give you your latest news headline for your morning talking points. Starting off with the first headline. Overall, 16 days of activism, Western Cape, KZN and Gauteng account for over 60% of all child murderers in South Africa. Action Society new report reveals South Africa is falling to protect the children. Western Cape, KZN and Gauteng account for over 60% of child murders, with 2/3 committed by someone known to the victim. Child rape rates remain high on 87 per 100,000. Murders unchanged at 1,000 annually, and abductions rising sharply in KZN. Forensic backlogs exceeding 200,000 DNA sample cripple prosecutions, exposing a collapsing justice system. Ahead of the 16 days of activism, the report calls for urgent accountability, capacity and systemic reform beyond symbolic gestures.
Just days before the 16 Days of Activism campaign begins, a new Action Society report paints a devastating picture of South Africa's failure to protect its children. The Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng now account for more than 60% of all child murders in the country, with most cases involving someone the child knew. Rape rates remain alarmingly high, and abductions in KZN are climbing sharply. Investigators are also battling a crippling DNA backlog of over 200,000 samples, leaving families waiting years for justice. The report warns that without real accountability and investment in the justice system, awareness campaigns alone will not save children.
And on your next headline, Shebe expected to apply for bail in Polokwane Magistrate Court. Limpopo musician Lehloonolo Chauke, known as Shebe Mabena, is set to apply for a bail in Polokwane Magistrate Court. He faces charges of attempted murder, malicious damage to property and unlawful firearm possession after allegedly shooting at a car in Ladana, wounding a passenger. His case was postponed last week to allow his lawyer time to prepare, but the state is expected to oppose the bail.
In Limpopo, popular musician Shebe Mabena is expected back in the Polokwane Magistrates Court today as he seeks bail. He faces a string of serious charges, including attempted murder and unlawful possession of a firearm, after allegedly opening fire on a vehicle in Ladana and injuring a passenger. His legal team requested more time to prepare last week, but prosecutors say they will oppose bail, arguing the allegations point to a danger to the public. The court is set to hear arguments from both sides as the case continues to draw widespread attention.
Your last news headline, former JMPD chief and ex-MMC of Public Safety David Tembe has died with circumstances unconfirmed by police. At the time, he was serving as a strategic advisor to MMC Mgcini Chwaku and recently assisted in tackling taxi violence at Maponya Mall. Tembe, who led JMPD under Herman Mashaba's morality, was remembered by Mashaba as a key figure in his administration and a loss to the country.
Tributes are pouring in following the sudden death of former Johannesburg Metro Police Chief and Public Safety MMC, David Tembe. Police have not yet confirmed the circumstances surrounding his passing. Tembe had recently been advising the city on public safety matters and was involved in efforts to stabilize taxi violence around Maponya Mall. Former Mayor Herman Mashaba described him as a dedicated public servant and a pillar of his administration. Colleagues say his loss leaves a significant gap in Johannesburg's safety leadership.
On your last news headline, the NSPCA has threatened legal action against the DA unless it justifies Willie Oakham's appointment as Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment. Rights group alleged Oakham's family business is linked to trophy hunting and the captive lion industry, raising conflict of interest. The WAPFSA also warned his nomination could undermine South Africa's CITES commitments. Critics argue his ties to wildlife breeding and hunting make him unsuitable untouchable, while defense claim hunting supports conservation. The controversy intensifies ahead of the 16 days of activism at the upcoming site COP meeting.
Animal rights organizations are demanding answers from the Democratic Alliance over the appointment of Willie Orkamp as Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment. The NSPCA and Wildlife Animal Protection South Africa claim Orkamp's family business has ties to trophy hunting and the captive lion industry, raising concerns about conflicts of interest. They warn his role could undermine South Africa's commitments ahead of the upcoming site's Global Wildlife Trade Summit. The DA maintains that regulated hunting supports conservation, but pressure is mounting as activists call for greater transparency.
Now heading over to your sports news, starting off with rugby. Stormers will miss boxer but have prepared well. The Stormers face Munster at Thomond Park without up to 6 Springboks, including Damian Williams, Sacha Fenberg, Mgomezulu and Kobus Reinach. Despite never winning at the venue, assistant coach Dawie Snyman says the 3 weeks of intense preparation and squad depth have given confidence. Oli Cabell and Jonathan Roche return, while Suleiman Hatzenbeck is set for mid-December.
The Stormers head into a tough URC clash at Thomond Park this weekend, without several of their Springbok stars, including Damian Williams and Kobus Reinach. It's a venue where they've never managed a victory, but assistant coach Dawie Snyman says the squad has used the past 3 weeks to sharpen systems and build confidence in their depth. Oli Cabell and Jonathan Roche return to bolster the pack, while young talent Suleiman Hartzenberg is expected back in mid-December. The Stormers insist they are ready for the challenge despite the missing firepower.
Heading over to your football news, Hlongwane's team out of MLS playoffs. Bongokuhle Hlongwane's Minnesota United were knocked out of the MLS playoffs after a 1-0 semi-final loss to San Diego. Earlier that day, Hlongwane was named in South Africa's preliminary AFCON squad. Despite leading Minnesota's attack this season, he played at right back. Under stress goal secured San Diego's historic progress, while Minnesota's season ended with both MLS and US Open Cup semi-final defeats.
South Africa's Bongo Kuhle Hlongwane saw his MLS season come to an end as Minnesota United were knocked out in the semi-final by San Diego. Earlier in the day, Hlongwane received a boost with his inclusion in Bafana Bafana's preliminary AFCON squad, but the match brought frustration as he was deployed out of position at right back. A single strike from Anders Dreyer sealed San Diego's historic playoff run, leaving Minnesota to reflect on a campaign that ended with semi-final exits in both the MLS and US Open Cup.
Lastly, on your football news, Itumeleng Khune questions Thembinkosi Lodge omission from Bafana AFCON squad up. Apologies with that. Continuing on the last sports headline, Itumeleng Khune has criticized the Bafana coach Hugo Broos for omitting Thembinkosi Lodge from the 54-man AFCON squad. Despite Lodge's strong form at Wydad, scoring 5 goals in 9 games, Broos insists he has no future in the team. Khune urged inclusions, highlighting Lodge's importance, but Broos will cut the squad to 23 without him.
Veteran goalkeeper Itumeleng Khune has publicly challenged Bafana coach Hugo Broos over the omission of Thembinkosi Lodge from the provisional AFCON squad. Lodge has been in impressive form for Wydad AC, scoring 5 goals in just 9 appearances, yet Broos maintains the midfielder has no future in his setup. Khune argues Lodge's creativity and experience are exactly what the national team needs. Broos is expected to trim the squad down to 23 players soon, and all indications are that Lodge will not make the final cut.
And that's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Of course, now we are going to be giving you that daily dose of positivity. Do make sure that you engage with us, because there is so much that we're going to be talking about. If you're watching right now and listening from Underground Radio, please do make sure that you engage with us. For now, just to kickstart your day with the latest weather update, this is how weather is looking like.
The love you throw around below, and I'm still here. I'm freezing cold, but I will wait. I hold my breath till I turn blue. I hope you know that I will never let you go. But if all I do is dim your glow and fly on, baby, please just go. I hope you know that I will never let you go. But if all I do is dim your glow and fly on, baby, please just go. I keep feeling there. Once I had you know, in the back of my mind, I'm feeling I will never let you go. My heart falls far below, and I'm still here. Freezing cold, and I will fly on, baby, please just go.
Yo, check this out.
Durban streets, what's poppin'?
It's the Vooka.
Vooga.
Vooga Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
We are live.
Durban streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew.
On the Vooga Breakfast Show. Let's go. What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Lucy Mist.
On the Vooga Breakfast Show.
Heart beats up and down. I'm in a gambling phase. We're going round and round.
And it's 26 minutes past 7. That's how we kickstart this beautiful Wednesday morning right here on the Vooga Breakfast Show. A very good morning to everyone who is listening and watching from wherever you are from. Do make sure that you stay tuned with us. We are live right now on YouTube, and also you can tune in for audio only on Underground Radio. You can also follow them on their social media platforms. It's Underground Radio DBN. Do make sure that you click the follow button, click the subscription button, the notification button, so that when we go live and give you that beautiful kickstart to your morning, you are notified. Connect with us throughout, and of course, not forgetting that the WhatsApp line is open for calls, voice notes. The number to dial is 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. It's Wednesday morning, the 26th of November 2025, and it is Wednesday. You know that each and every Wednesday, it's midweek, and we need to get rid of the midweek slump that came with Monday and Tuesday. So we are here to help you. But before we get into the business of the day, let's just give you the latest weather for people who are listening, because while you were watching, you saw all of the degrees. But for someone who's listening right now, starting off with Johannesburg, it is a 15 degrees. Good morning, Johannesburg. It's a mild 15 degrees with broken clouds to kickstart your beautiful Wednesday morning. Heading over to Cape Town. Good morning over there. You'll enjoy a lovely 21 degrees with just a few clouds to keep things interesting for the rest of your day. And then over to Durban. Get ready for a gorgeous day with clear skies and a comfortable 24 degrees. And then Pretoria, it's a comfortable 18 degrees out there with just a few broken clouds to start your day. In Bloemfontein, it's a beautiful day out there with clear skies and a comfortable 16 degrees. Lastly, if you are in the heart of Johannesburg, Soweto, get ready for a pleasant 16 degrees out there with some broken clouds gracing our skies. And then in Khayelitsha, it is a beautiful day out there with few clouds and a comfortable 19 degrees for this beautiful Wednesday morning. That's all for your weather update. If anything happens, if anything changes, we will come back with your latest weather update, because you know that the SAWS, which is the South African Weather Service, they always issue out their level warnings
the alert warnings that we should know in terms of the heavy rainfall that we always face, if of course it is coming. So you're going to have a great morning as we have so much to unpack. But with that being said, let me just do a quick check-in with all of the Vooka Nation and the Debonites who are listening from wherever they are. But with that being said, my name is Moeketsi Maimane. You know that I'm not always alone. I always have the great team behind my back to ride with me and give you that energetic start to your day. It's called the Power Breakfast. The breakfast you would never ever have in any time, but only and exclusively right here. I'm not alone. Riding with Afriberry. Good morning, and how are you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning to the Vooka Nation. Good morning, South Africa. And I hope everybody's feeling fantastic. We are out there. It is nice and cloudy. Lord, I thought I'd get a chance to sleep again, but then I remembered that I had to come back and see these amazing people. And good morning to Underground Radio Internet. Guys, I hope you guys are feeling fantastic because it's an amazing time to be alive. Bona, next week more. It's my birthday month. I don't care what Musi says. Next week it's my birthday month. It's time for December, and I bet everybody is out there Decembering, because who does not want to become part of the amazing festive season that we always have in South Africa? Now we know what December is one of the amazing, most loudest street bashes that South Africa celebrates each and every single year.
Every day.
Yeah, man. Every day.
Time to remember.
Yeah, man. It's a time to remember. Ke December. Batho ba ko ka isa setse ba bua. Fela taba December. Ke nako ya December. Nako ya di custard and jelly. I bet your grandmothers out there hiding all the choice assorted biscuits. Moshebe ngwana ko bona go di fitla kae.
Every day is a day to celebrate.
Keep my keke sile koku fitlelani.
They're saved for special occasions. Special occasions is why our greenies hide the biscuits. I mean, you know, and choice assorted. You cannot have choice assorted in the middle of the week. It's always
or in the middle of the week. According to Black South Africans, you cannot have choice assorted in the middle of the year. You need to wait for December.
Exactly. That's the spirit, man. The culture that we always push, that we always enjoy. I mean, imagine for this good breakfast if you would have yourself some good choice assorted biscuits, right? And as mentioned, as that every day is a day to celebrate. Today is the 26th of November, and number of the days that we are into the year, this is the day 330th day of the year of 2025. And yes, if you're asking yourself how many days we are left with, we are only left with 35 days left in the year till we say goodbye 2025, hello to 2026, and only 4 weeks are remaining till we say goodbye to this year. But with that being said, you know that we always kickstart your day with a beautiful inspirational message or a quote that we have for you. So our inspirational message for this morning, it reads as follows. It says, when you feel weak, remember the things that made you strong. Whenever you start to doubt yourself, remember those who believe in you. Very profound and strong words. Right now, if you feel weak, remember the things that made you strong.
So does lightning water count?
Lightning water.
Lightning water.
Yeah.
I mean, for those who are passionate about it, it does count.
I'm feeling weak. I am. I must remember the thing that made me strong.
Yeah.
So Aman's okay.
Aman's anomtlakazi. You know, just to juice up the levels.
Let's just band a shise pagat.
Ooh, alona le di Rice Krispies le ja Rice Krispies ka whiskey la risk ka fela nje. Because you know what, besides celebrating Christmas with the December coming, a lot of people will also be celebrating Thanksgiving. Now apparently Thanksgiving, when you count it as one of the 7 sins, it's also known as blasphemy. And you know what, speaking on that note, today we're also actually celebrating National Anti-Obesity Day. So meaning that December and I think this one, it feels like it's dedicated to me because I am the original queen.
Are you obese?
I know I'm thick. There's a huge difference. I'm not obese. I just got meat in all the right places, boo boo.
But you know, funny enough, if you were to go to a doctor, man, they'll tell us that we're obese.
They definitely
The thing is,
would.
we've got a title or an outlook of people that are obese, but if you take a look at your body mass index, BMI, right?
Yeah.
For someone that's your height, my height, Mo's height, we're actually considered obese. Funny enough.
Which is very weird because I don't understand, man. I literally don't understand. My body fits me and my body is literally built for my height and my bone structure.
Yeah.
And you know what? Anti-Obesity Day, which is actually observed annually on the 26th of November to raise awareness about obesity as a major public health hazard and to also encourage a healthier lifestyle habits, right? Now, this was also actually established in 2001 by the Indian wellness brand VLCC. With the support of local medical professionals, the campaign runs through November and December with activities such as health camps, counseling sessions, expert talks, and media outreach. It is marked in India and GCC countries and beyond, aiming to highlight the risk of obesity while promoting fitness, nutrition, and preventative care as part of global movement against growing epidemic.
Yeah.
But anyway, otherwise
Hey, my body works for me. I mean, if you are being called Tsekeleke or Biggie for the rest of your life, if you lose the weight, who do we call you? Because you are losing all of the credits that comes with the body. So if you are big, you have earned it, you are an artist out there, that means you should, keep and retain your body as it is. But due to health reasons, you should lose weight because, so many things and a health condition can cripple you so bad. So on this day, that is what we're going to be highlighting and celebrating. Hope that information is going to be helpful for you to know that there's some of the things that you need to avoid, and avoid being obese is one of the things.
And Pelo, so if you're an artist and then you end up losing weight, Pelo, just know that it was all a dream.
Yeah.
Now you're no longer just that person that we all know. And it looks so weird when an artist actually enters the platform and we know them as being big, nice and chubby, and then they lose weight. You're like, what happened? Look at Sanel when he lost weight. Everybody was shocked. They're like, is he sick? Is something going on? Sometimes people just lose weight due to health reasons or simply because they want to lead a much more better and healthier lifestyle. So losing weight is not always a sin, and sometimes not being obese is also not a sin, but also taking care of yourself is definitely the most important thing you could ever do for yourself.
Yeah, man. Do you think the following words are harsh? Lose it or lose me?
That's extreme, not even harsh. That's very, very extreme.
On a whole nother level.
But in what way? Because I've been trying to support you on this journey of weight loss. And you just keep doing the same thing daily, Jay.
Yeah.
So eventually I come to a crossroad. You know what? Lose it. Lose the weight or lose me.
But for some people, you know what, I actually kind of get where he's coming from, because some people would actually want to change or lose their weight officially because they stand a greater chance of losing their loved one or somebody they've already built a life with. And I don't know start from scratch.
Yeah, it's
Njolo as a
extreme
papadi
sport.
wa re dribble mo South Africa ra itse blan rona re tshwara di championship tsa hore Njolo o ya trapa. So it's pretty understandable, but sometimes also people must also bear in mind that losing weight is not actually necessarily easy to do.
Yeah.
Like for me, for example, I've tried, and funny enough, the more I want to lose, the more I gain.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need a dietitian to actually take you through a diet plan, or sometimes you need like a proper professionals. And unfortunately, most people cannot afford them because they are highly expensive, unfortunately. So there needs to be a much more better alternative, man, especially when it comes to like your healthcare centers, your clinics, your hospitals. People who are actually much more well educated or well versed in these areas need to also be affordable for people who actually cannot afford their normal rates for their actual services.
Yeah. So which country do you think is right at the top?
Yo, you get US. Like you don't even have to ask.
That's a given. So South Africa is part of the top 5, right? It is part of the top. Do you think it's second, third, fourth, or fifth on the list?
I think it's probably the third.
Okay.
So, according to the stats, in terms of where do big countries rank, South Africa is
big
at number
countries.
5.
I like how you put it.
Yep, number 5 at 30%, right? And United States is at number 1 at 43%.
Oof.
Right? It has 43% of obese people. And then at number 2, number 3, number 4, number 2 is Egypt at 43%. Tied with the US. And then on the third, we have Saudi Arabia, 41%. I mean, those people are swimming in oil, so it is expected.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah. In a way, it is expected when it comes to Habibi, because they also give their citizens like a whole lot of free stuff. I mean, it is actually free to go and study, unlike in South Africa.
But if you go to Southwest, it's free. Completely.
Not entirely.
Okay, what do you pay for Southwest?
Because I know that part-time you need to pay, but you still need to get a NEFSAS. So NEFSAS still you need to pay it back either way.
Southwest?
Yeah, some
Colleges.
students here in Southwest apply through NEFSAS.
Sure, but what I'm saying is it's possible to get education entirely for free.
Okay, I'm registering for next year.
Please do. But just before we move on, Mo, right? So my brother was asking me this yesterday, that McDonald's sells a whole lot of burgers.
Okay.
Right. So I've got some stats here where they sell 75 burgers per second.
Per second.
Okay, so stop.
Wow.
Right. We're going to count 1, 2, all the way until 10. They have sold 750 burgers in 10 seconds.
In 10 seconds.
Right? Which means that it equals to 4,500 burgers per minute.
Wow.
And 270,000 burgers per hour, which totals to 6.4 million burgers per day.
Wow.
So the question he asked me is that, where does the beef come from?
From the cows.
But you're selling 6.4 million burgers.
No, I think
per day.
I think that question is actually meant for Cupcake, because Cupcake owns the franchising rights of McDonald's here in South Africa. So that's why we have a billionaire for a president. And then remember that he is one of the most expensive oxes in South Africa. So I don't blame me. Maybe you don't and that's why the beggars are
no, but for cows and for the amount of livestock that they need to produce those large quantity of patties, it's highly impossible
that it's purely 100%.
Yeah, so
that's where the oil and the fat comes from. But if you've been to McDonald's the past few years, you know that when they serve you food on that tray, there's that little flyer or poster where they claim that it's 100% beef, right? But I mean, for 6.4 million burgers per day.
Wow.
And I think the only McDonald's...
I think it's mixed, man. That's where the obesity comes from.
But
anyway, I didn't say that.
But what you're saying is actually pretty true, because a lot of people actually do order a lot of takeout. We gain more from eating takeout compared to home cooked meal. Despite the fact that they may also have a huge amount of fat that may make us gain weight. But I think for me, the only McDonald's that I'll probably wanna go to, which is like my dream McDonald's, is the one in Korea, because that one now already jomo bicycles So what are those bicycles that you people have in the gyms?
Like for training.
For training. Yeah. So in McDonald's in Korea, when you eat your meal on top of that bicycle. So you burn fat while you eat.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
So when that's what they incorporated, they're like, you know what, you want to gain fat, it's fine. But we're also going to make you healthy at the same time. So you're going to eat your meal on top of the tricycle. So while you eat, fun ushove. At same time.
It doesn't work. Work. There's a time to gym. There's a time to eat.
Yeah.
Marange phela mo like re gopolo di shove le ditse mo fatshe, so I wo shova ka pace. Ha ba tlo kana wa dula mo bicycle mo sa shove.
But yeah, the most important thing, guys, it's anti-obesity day. So that is for you to avoid any, of the foods that have a lot of fat. But with that being said, you know that we always have people jumping on the comment section, and we always advise you to jump on the comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Right. Starting off with the first comment that came through from @yours_Nelly. So I saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. Happy Wednesday, fam. Nivogile, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Vooka Nation, where radio meets television. Only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a very great Wednesday morning as we are kickstarting your day on a very high energetic note.
Just as a side note, she's been requesting for audio only.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, now's the chance.
Now is the chance.
Download.
Hop on into Underground Radio so she can get the app at Play Store and App Store, right? If you are using Apple, right? So you can hop on and just click play, and then for the rest of the remaining time, you are going to be with us. So very good morning to you once again, Miss Q, coming through on the comment section saying, good morning, Vooka Nation, happy Wednesday to you. Good morning to you, Miss Q, and happy Wednesday to you too. And then she comes through again saying, Barry, I'm so excited for our birthday month. Looking forward to it.
I get one chakela chumi.
Exciting. The question still stands. One chakela chumi. We will hear from you. And then she comes back and say, word of the day, according to Miss Q, normalize pampering yourself or buy yourself gifts on your birthday so that you don't have expectations from anyone. Be your own cheerleader and appreciate yourself. Thank you so much for reminding us.
Amen to that one, because I don't want to lie, it's been a while since I've actually bought myself anything for my birthday.
Yeah.
I've seen that throughout the past years. I've been a bit giving to people, to a point that I even forget to give myself something for my birthday. And before, like, I used to have a habit that even if I don't buy something extravagant, just like a little dress, some shoes, a new perfume, it's basically just a thank you for me for literally surviving throughout the whole year. And this year I am praying and hoping that I get myself something, because you know what, child, I've been through a lot this year. I gotta give me a little something.
You know, when you pass the age of 27, you become grateful for life, man. As
long as in peace.
Because there's a lot of people I know that are not here today, so that's my present. I'm just thankful. Hey, but you know when you become a parent, hey man, that whole thing shifts.
It shifts. It's no longer about you now.
It's no longer about you, and for me it's even worse. Like, Christmas it's my birthday, so I'm like, you know what? No, this year I will get that something, but I also want to get me a little something for my birthday. I want to get me a nice little dress, or maybe a nice little 2-piece. And I'll be satisfied, because for me, I barely ever buy any clothes, because most of the time I buy things that literally will last me longer. So I can literally spend 5 years wearing the same outfit because it lasts longer, and I know that I buy into the future. So whatever I buy in terms of clothing, I buy things that I know that even if it gets outdated at that time, it's still going to be fashionable in the next 2 to 3 years to come. So for me, it's literally something that I just pray that I get myself a little something this year, man.
Yeah, and then heading back to our comment section, Ms. Tembini coming through saying, a very good morning, Vooka team, Vooka Nation, and Underground Radio DP, and a team on a very cloudy Wednesday. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile, and a very good morning back to you, Mom Tembi. Thank you so much for being with us. I hope that you're going to enjoy the rest of this Wednesday morning with us. She comes through saying, wishing you a wonderful, blessed day ahead. Stay safe and take care of yourself. Definitely we would do that. 48 minutes after the hour 7 o'clock, and we've got so much to unpack on this day, talking money, friends, family, written agreements, business and pleasure. That is the conversation, and of course we want to hear from you, some of the sentiments that you want to share with us by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. But with that being said, something that I just want to discuss, because it is Wednesday, getting rid of the midweek slump means for us it's Comedy Wednesday. But there is where now some people take a comedy too far and end up laughing at everything. and then you ask yourself, is that person okay? Laughing too much versus laughing too little.
That's me right there. That's me.
So today we're going to be talking about that right now for the next 5 to 10 minutes before we hit 8 o'clock on the hour and give you your news recap, right? So picture this, you are at the family braai and there's that one cousin who laughs at every single thing, even when the joke is not funny. They are the life of the party, always giggling, always a bit, right? And of course we know that for us, if you see someone who does that, you'll feel like there's something wrong with them. Maybe they're trying to hide the pain.
Something tricky.
Yeah, like you are laughing everything.
Something fishy.
Someone is sneezing, you are laughing. What is wrong with you guys?
Something wrong, man.
You understand? So now we are going to be looking at this other person who is in the same group who barely cracks a smile, even when everyone else is in stitches. They just sit there, stone face, and it makes you wonder, what's behind these extremes? Like, guys, what's funny? Like, I don't find whatever that was said funny. So what are you laughing at?
Don't you think we actually have somebody similar like that to the here at the station?
I wonder, who's that? I'm interested.
Nah, I love you, my guy. Marukila wana musi when you guys crack a joke.
Like, what's funny, guys?
It's like a very sarcastic laugh in a weird way. And me, I always laugh at that laugh because, like, I feel like sometimes if it's not funny, you don't have to force the laugh. You just need to stay. Not everything is funny and not everybody is necessarily funny.
Yeah. So out of all these options and the people that we have spoken about, I mean, the one that always giggles to everything and the one who barely even crack a smile, even a joke is being said. What's behind these people? What's behind these extremes? Is laughing at everything a sign of joy and positivity, or does it hide something deeper within someone or yourself? And what about those who really laugh? Are they serious by nature, or could it be stress, personality, or even cultural norms? Let's talk. If you know someone who does it, or you are that person who like literally laughs at everything that's being said, maybe you find someone funny, and then everything that they say, you know, if they say there, you laugh, and you laugh because you laugh. Like, why? What are you hiding?
Even before the punchline lands, already someone is laughing. Now, you know, culturally speaking, even within the different ethnic groups in South Africa, and I've seen some, I'll call it extreme, where you go into Middle Africa, but just by being the virtue of being loud as a ethnic group, even when they laugh, you can tell from the next room. The guys are here now, right? So we've heard that some would say Tonga people, when they laugh, or Venda people, or even
loud.
when they talk and shit.
So
guys,
loud.
we're in close proximity, but they just tend to be.
Why are you? Why do you have to?
You
do
know,
that?
so.
I know with my neighbors.
I think culturally, there are differences, and it's okay, Mo. I think it's okay. But because we also stay in Joburg, which is a melting pot of cultures, religions. If I'm your neighbor and we're sharing a wall, come on, man, don't do that.
Can I just tell you that the weird thing with my neighbors, the old Tonga speaking. Okay, one couple is from Mozambique, so we consider them Shangani. But the other two, they are Tonga. Can I tell you, Hore, like, I don't understand if those people think we're all having a party at the same time. Oh, but that's about Tomilega music at day. And I want to know about Tomilega music. Then there's a braai. I can literally hear what they are talking about. Like, and I'm like, I never realized how thin this wall is until they start talking or laughing. And then out of the blue, they start moving furniture.
You guys share a wall, ne?
There's some standalone houses, but they're a bit scarce. But most houses,
that's insane.
So we literally share one wall. And trust me, whatever you're talking that side, I can literally hear that side. And I've heard like almost a whole lot of things happen in that side. From before the owners literally passed away, you'd hear the oldest son busy calling the mom, Mama, take up a tissue.
Speaking of laughter, right?
Yeah.
That time he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, that's something different.
No, I'm just saying that.
But I'm saying the cultural differences where some laugh loud because it's their nature to talk loud.
Yeah.
And if Bashau Mkhaga, then they'll just frown and not laugh at anything. Of which I also tend to think that within my tribe, closer tribe, when they laugh, they even pass on the laughter by touching you, right? Where they laugh and they touch you, and for some reason it's expected it's contagious.
It's contagious,
right?
Yeah, passing on the laugh. Laughing is a disease. We can say it's a disease because there are people who laugh to a point that you end up even laughing. And there's someone in the room, like they're laughing, but they don't know what is it that people are discussing or laughing at, right?
You just end up laughing.
Yeah, but we do have some of the shockers. But before we go to that, I personally I know this other girl, man. Like Kamo used to laugh at everything. I mean, she found us funny, but everything we said, like just by saying something, she would just laugh. But for me, I felt like no, there's a problem with her. Either she's lonely, she has anxiety, or she's just struggling to cope with whatever that's going on in her life.
Oh, sometimes if it's a group of guys, most of the time, and you find a girl always laughing at the jokes, it's probably because good hormones.
I mean, if there's a crush in the room, I mean, you wouldn't laugh normally as you laugh. I mean, you would, do that,
trust me.
That's,
English laugh.
the English and the rich laugh.
Thank you. Oh
The
my
money
gosh,
laugh.
she's so funny.
The money laugh.
But we're all different. Even sometimes with some girls, it's different. Especially if it's in a setting of a group of guys where you feel very comfortable and they literally allow you to be who you are. And you don't have to change and become a lady. Like, ke wana go kasi jo. Like a blomelelo na still ke khona ba ngwana go kasi. La ba ka rena no motho ke menyaka nteng ka ra. Ke tlo tsheya ngare. Bona wa ka re ke tshele mizozo wa ka tlotso blomalene 929.
Etiquette, guys. Etiquette is very important because I feel like there are some rooms when you laugh, they can just pinpoint that, this one is broke, this one. The way you're laughing, my brother, that is not a money laugh. You need to laugh like you have money. When you're in rooms, if a joke is being cracked, then that guy is wealthy. That is a wealthy laugh out there. My good sir, can we save you some tea? But if you're allowed, trust me. But we do have some shockers and facts because you know that this goes beyond that we think it is. I mean, for some people, it's like they don't have and they haven't developed the laughing muscle, right? Because I think laughing, there is a certain muscle that you need to develop. If you're someone who has grown without laughing, it is going to be difficult for you when you grow up as an adult to laugh, right? But the shockers and facts that I have for you here, they read as follows. They say, did you know that laughter isn't just about humor? It's a social signal. Studies show that people who laugh 30 times more when they are with others than when they are alone. So people laugh 30 times more when they are with others than when they are alone. Science, on the other side, says laughing too much can sometimes be linked to anxiety or coping mechanism, while laughing too little might indicate depression or introversion. In South Africa, laughter is often seen as a sign of warmth and ubuntu. But does that mean we expect everyone to be bubbly? Because we always say laughter is the best medicine, right? I mean, there is some parts of you when you laugh, they heal. I mean, for someone, you would think, they're hiding, but no. When they laugh, there is a part of them that gets healed. So the question for us, for you, of course, to answer is, why do some people laugh at everything while others hardly laugh at all? Why abanye abantu bahleka yonke into? You've met someone who just laughs at everything. But the other one on the other side, they're just, that's not funny, guys. I mean, I don't find that amusing as you are finding it. So please relax, right? So laughing at everything, for the other perspective, it means a positive energy, easygoing personality, and the rare laughter means
this person is a deep thinker. They just analyze every joke. Okay, where is this joke coming from? Let me deeply and critical think. Put my critical thinking skill into the table and think about where is this joke coming from. Oh, you're making a joke about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the U.S. president. This is what's happening in the U.S. The people in the U.S. percentages and all of that, stats, rather than just laughing at the joke and move on, my friend. Are you that person? A deep thinker, a serious nature, or a cultural upbringing thing whereby at home you just laugh? It's a thing that is at home. And then another perspective is both extremes can sometimes signal emotional health issues. Too much laughter can mask pain. Too little can indicate stress. Which one are you? Are you someone who loves to laugh so that you can lower the stress levels that you have? So talk to us, use the hashtag of Vooka Breakfast Show, or you can send a voice note of you laughing. Maybe if you are that someone who laughs that easily, just send that voice note of yours laughing. We would be it would be nice to hear that. But with that being said, there are comments right there. Something? Yeah.
With AI, this is the one thing that AI won't be able to do. Is to laugh. It can go ha 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 ha. That's not laughing, man. Laughing is
that's even scary.
Hey, laughing is skill though.
Everyone's born with it. Everyone's born with it.
Yeah.
Even the ones that don't laugh.
Yeah.
There are ones that shouldn't be laughing, and there are ones that shouldn't be laughing, and they laugh.
Yeah.
We're in a funeral, something serious happened.
You laugh.
But I think it's a bit difficult anyway to say this, because there are some people who naturally don't laugh, and that could be because they also have like a paralysis on their face. Remember that there's a certain illness that actually does not allow people to express feelings, especially when it comes facially. So you can't see them when they are sad, you can't see them when they are happy. Their face just stays straight. So do we call that person a person who suffers from anxiety or stress? That's where
psychologically so, I wouldn't say that, but we know from our stats that it's just a handful of people. So we're talking the general mass, right?
Yeah. Very interesting. Some comments came through just to hear from you guys. What are your sentiments? Talk to us. The conversation is still going on. Zinzi comes through right there on YouTube saying good morning to Amavuga Amahle, the underground DBN, and the most amazing team Sivugile, and hope you are all keeping well on this Wednesday. Thank you so much. We are keeping well. Good morning to you. Hope that you are having a great Wednesday morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Right. So Zinzi came through while we're talking about laughter. Are you the person who just laughs at everything, cracks and giggles to everything, or are you someone who just holds back and say, nah, this is not funny, man? So she comes and say, my friend would sometimes say a lady shouldn't laugh like you sound, like a generator or an old truck when you start.
Your friend must come and meet me. If it's funny for me, people who know me, they know that if something is literally funny, I will laugh like that generator. If it is actually cracking me up, I will laugh like a generator. But if it's not,
for ladies, man, I think it is a different subject, right? But laughter is laughter, guys. There are people who find it, very funny on how other people laugh, right? Because, as I mentioned, that this can go beyond. There is a whole biology behind laughing. Maybe there's a muscle that you can train for you to get yourself laughing like this, change your laughters, and so much that you can explore if you can look at the stats or the health benefits, of course, of laughing, right? And then she comes through again saying laughter is indeed the best medicine, right? That is what we always try to promote each and every Wednesday. Your problems, you have problems in your life. Sometimes you just need to sit down and say, I life young rapper straight. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at the decisions that you have made, because it doesn't help to sulk every day or for the whole day. Just laugh it off. as they will say. Just laugh it off, man, and something will come.
Yeah, because if you don't have money for alcohol, man, you can laugh and literally get a 6-pack. You know that.
Depending on the setting and the situation itself.
Explain.
Well, the reason why I'm saying is that, for example, you can laugh, but you can't get a 6-pack if you don't have it, and then you're sitting there by yourself. Then it's not gonna come. You just be laughing at yourself. But if you're in a setting,
you must
Sorry,
match the
guys.
energy.
strategy, guys.
This one went above your head.
It went above my head, but at least that is strategy set December. But first,
Okay, wait. Let me explain. So you know how laughing can tighten your core muscles.
It failed on my core.
I would have these pains, man, behind my head right here. Like
that gets
you
painful.
Too much laughter.
Too much laughter.
Yes.
But you've seen with even your core muscles. So I'm saying, Mongana is 6-pack. Laugh. And then
It failed on my
core. Wait, laugh enough.
Laugh
And
enough.
you'll get a 6-pack.
Because it strengthens the muscle.
Strengthens your core. When are you talking about
December. Mina December too. Kana manje ngo December siyashaya siyabhodloza. Hey, mina ngikho December na.
That's funny. That's
Yeah, no,
funny.
that was funny, Afriberry. No, I meant laughing the core.
My core failed bag.
When the boy said
But with that being said, man, 5 minutes past 8, it is the time, and the discussion still goes on. Are you someone that cracks, or you know someone who loves, laughing at everything, or someone who barely laughs? Talk to us, #Vooka Breakfast Show, because after the break, we're going to be unpacking and discussing more written agreements, business or pleasure. Do those two mix or go hand to hand? We're going to be talking about that. But for now, let us take a short break, and then when we come back, we are going to bring you everything that entails your daily dose of positivity. So please don't switch the dial. What's up, fam? Chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi Kamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moeketsi Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yo, check this out.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
It's the Vooka.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
We are live.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew.
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Let's go.
Why'd you even call me up when I never wanna see ya? I'm just on my way back home, little drunk and alone, but I'd rather kick ya. Even though it's Friday night and I got no plans tomorrow, I could use a bam, but it's not from you, cause I'm not that hollow. Baby, let it be. You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely. Baby, let it be. Forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your truth, you're just cool. I swear anything's better than you. Get you it a try. Listen to me when I say goodbye to you. Maybe for once just give it a try. Listen to me when I say goodbye to you. Forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you've asked me to do. Forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your truth, you're just cool. I swear anything's better than you. Catch you on the flip side, catch you on the flip side. So goodbye.
It is 10 minutes past 8 on this beautiful Wednesday morning, giving you that energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. It is the power breakfast to kickstart this beautiful morning. Talk to us, engage with us on all social media platforms. We have Vooka Breakfast Show, and you know that the number to dial for your voice note or to call us in, the WhatsApp line is open right now, 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. My name is Moeketsi Maimane, and I am with Afriberry right here. Talk to us, engage with us, because it is going to be a very beautiful Wednesday morning that will be unpacking so much of the things. But with that being said, before the break, as I promised that I'm going to give you your latest news recap. So starting off with the first one right here of the 16 days of activism. Western Cape, KZN and Gauteng account for over 60% of child murders in SA. So what's happening right now is a New Action Society report reveals a devastating picture of child protection failures in South Africa, showing that Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng account for more than 60% of all child murders. 2/3 of these murders are committed by someone known to the child.
Just days before the 16 Days of Activism campaign begins, a New Action Society report paints a devastating picture of South Africa's failure to protect its children. The Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng now account for more than 60% of all child murders in the country, with most cases involving someone the child knew. Rape rates remain alarmingly high, and abductions in KZN are climbing sharply. Investigators are also battling a crippling DNA backlog of over 200,000 samples, leaving families waiting years for justice. The report warns that without real accountability and investment in the justice system, awareness campaigns alone will not save children.
And then what's next on this headline is that pressure is expected to mount on the SAPS, the NPA and government to fix the forensic backlogs, overhaul failing protective systems and deliver measurable outcomes during and after the activism. And then lastly on your news recap, Shebe expected to apply for bail in Polokwane Court. Limpopo musician Lehronolo Shebe Mabena Chauke is expected to apply for bail in the Polokwane Magistrate Court. He faces charges for attempted murder, malicious damage to property and unlawful firearm possession.
In Limpopo, popular musician Sheep Maberna is expected back in the Polokwane Magistrates Court today as he seeks bail. He faces a string of serious charges, including attempted murder and unlawful possession of a firearm, after allegedly opening fire on a vehicle in Ladana and injuring a passenger. His legal team requested more time to prepare last week, but prosecutors say they will oppose bail, arguing the allegations point to a danger to the public. The court is set to hear arguments from both sides as the case continues to draw widespread attention.
So what's next is that the outcome of the bail application will determine whether Shebe remains behind bars as the case proceeds, with the state likely to argue he poses a risk to public safety. That's all for your news recap. We will be back if some of the news develop, and do make sure that you connect with us or share your sentiments by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or send your voice note on 060-493-3226. 14 minutes past 8, it is the time, and and still giving you that energetic start to your day. Before the break, I also announced that there is a conversation we are going to have right here, which is the conversation that themes our day. Written agreements. When you hear written agreements, I know there's something that you're thinking of. Of course, it's an agreement that you write on paper or you are writing online, whether it's a soft copy or hard copy that you give to someone, as long as it is written. So today we're going to be talking about, is written agreement necessary when lending money to a loved one, your family member, your partner, or your friend? Is it necessary for you to write a written agreement to say, my friend, my father, my brother, my son, I am lending you a 50 rand and I expect you to pay this money at this time? So this is the conversation we are going to have. So talk to us. But before we do that, you know that there is so much to unpack. Just an announcement to make. We are going to be joined by Jabulani Vilagazi later right here in the studio for the sports blog. Right, you know that Jabulani Vilagazi is Amaroto founder. Right. And he is here to talk to us about the overall season they have had. Remember, he was here to announce the tournament that was taking place in Block 10, the Vilagazi community games that took place this year. So many things have happened, of course, this season. We're going to be talking and unpacking everything that they have done and looking to the plans ahead, which is 2026. So if you want to connect with him, do make sure that you stay with us. With that being said, maybe you're asking yourself, before the break, there were no books right here in the table, but now we do have the books. And that brings us to another national day that we are celebrating, which is National Book Week. It's not a day, but it is a week. So for this week, that is what we are looking into. It's not international, but in South Africa, it is celebrated annually from the 5th to the 11th of November, right? To promote a culture of reading and highlight its role in personal growth and community connection. Coinciding with International Literacy Day on the 8th of November, the initiative led by South African Book Development Council and the Department of Arts and Culture, it encourages citizens to embrace books as source of pleasure, knowledge, and empowerment. It's more than a commemorative event. It's a movement to make reading part of everyday life, reminding us that stories can transform homes, schools, and society. And the question is, are you guys readers? When was the last time you read a book?
You know, for me, I'm going to be honest, it's been a while since I read a book. I've gotten to one of those lazy moments where I don't read books as much as I used to before. And most of the time, if I do read a book, it's probably just a storybook for my son and my little brother. But in terms of like reading like a proper book or maybe just even a novel, it has been a while. And I remember that even like growing up in school, we used to celebrate such days. And like right now, unfortunately, such days are no longer actually being celebrated.
Yeah.
Especially when you take a look at public schools.
Yeah.
Because for me, growing up in the public school that I grew up in, I used to have like gang pride in that school. I knew it was National Literacy Week. They would literally open that dusty, stuffy library that they always keep closed.
Yeah.
So we can actually go inside and read a book. And then there'd also be less work during that week because it's dedicated towards reading. So it makes sure that we get our books, we start reading, and then we get our pronunciation correct and all that stuff. But right now, it's not actually being celebrated as much as it used to be back then compared to now. So I'm also worried about the level of education that my son, per se, is actually getting in school right now, because he's not getting that reading material that I grew up getting in school. So, but otherwise, I really do hope that come next year, it's going to change and more and more kids are going to be inspired to read, because according to South African stats, kids in grade 3 and up until grade 4 can, some of them, a huge majority of them, can even read or recognize some letters. And that's also because National Literacy Week has not been celebrated in a while, and I think it's about time that it actually gets celebrated and everybody embraces it. So I hope that it will change change, and yes, I'm gonna go back home and read another book with my kitty.
Yeah. And we know that reading is something that is very healthy. We know that the culture of reading in South Africa is not promoted enough. That's why we are here to promote reading. I mean, reading for yourself, reading for kids is one of the most important things. You're asking yourself, what are the benefits of reading? Because you see people picking up books and reading, like, they're just reading a book. They're not learning anything. They're not doing anything. But not knowing there are benefits of reading, right? Some of the benefits include the mental stimulation for your brain. Remember that when you read every day, you stimulate your mental activity. Numerous studies have been conducted to understand the benefits of reading. As per study, one of the prime benefits of reading books is slowing down mental disorders such as Alzheimer's and dementia. It happens since reading stimulates the brain, keeps it active, which allows it to retain its power and capacity. You know that you question so much whenever you see something, a word that you don't know when reading. Obviously, your brain will be stimulated to ask more questions. Then you do your research, whether it's quality research, quantitative research, but it's research that makes your brain to be stimulated, and then you would see that some of the things that you will learn, the habits, the trends, not the trends, but of course some of the habits that you grow to develop, they will be coming from reading. So another one, it's good habit for stress reduction. So everyday concern will keep bothering you unless you do something to divert your mind. Reading gives you that mental space to occupy yourself with something more interesting. Just like each and every time they ask, what's the first thing you open when you wake up? Are you opening Facebook or you open a book that's next to you? Right? So we need to change some of those behaviors. So when you read a great story, all your stress seems to slip away and relax you, since you tend to travel mentally and in a different realm. Sometimes while reading, you come across valuable advice or solutions to the problem that you are having right now. And we know that books and authors, they are writing with different genres. We know that there is fantasy, whereby you can just go on and read about this beautiful story of someone who is wandering all over the world, and it's something that will be exciting to you, right? So it is very important to read. So the last one that I have is knowledge enhancement, right? So since the onset of civilization, we have grown and developed mentally. Many land scholars give credit to erudite tomes written by our predecessors for our knowledge. The importance of reading books is now more than ever, since not everything is available in digitalized forms. There are numerous ways to learn more about life, from self-help books to reading fiction. Even when you feel demotivated, you can read an inspiration biography to lift your mood. One of the greatest benefits of reading books is that the knowledge you gain from them can never be taken away from you. Unlike worldly possessions, your knowledge will stay with you till the end of time. So that is the day that we are celebrating, not a day but a week. It is called the National Book Week. So for South Africans, it is celebrated annually. I hope that wherever you are, you will be motivated and encouraged to pick a book that is in front of you, or visit your nearest library, right? So talk to us if you have a book that you want to recommend to our viewers and listeners. You can just hop on the comment section using hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or you can call us. The WhatsApp line is open, 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. 23 minutes past 8. It is the time, and we see that we've got some comments right there on YouTube. Lwetu came through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation, Sivugile. Hope everyone is having a good Wednesday. Good morning, Lwetu. We are having a good Wednesday. I hope that you're also having a very good Wednesday.
I think they're having a good Wednesday because I Yep. So right now it's about time to rest. I see you, child. You're gonna rest out there. I probably away school. When
it's December time.
Get December ready. As long as you're done writing, man, we're just resting at home now.
Yep, it's a festive, as we know that that this is the last week of November, and we know that a lot of people can't wait for December holidays and get to enjoy together with their families and their friends. And then he comes back because we have another celebrity that we are celebrating for today. So Mr. MD came through right there saying it's a big day for our queen. Happy 86 years, Mama Wami Engimtandayo. God keep on blessing you, Mrs. Lamini, our mother, granny, and great granny, with lots of love. Happy birthday to granny. 86 years of
happy
grace.
birthday, my Coco. I hope you're having a wonderful day, man. Besingazi ukuthi birthday yakhe, otherwise ngabe nathi sigazethile sathenga ikhekhe wayazi.
You understand?
And mangicanga ukuthi uGogo la.
Now that we know,
yep, that is our mission for the rest of this month. Right, so as much as we still have those birthdays that are being celebrated, if you know anyone who is celebrating their birthday today, do make sure that you give them a shout out on our YouTube comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Because we are celebrating birthdays, I'm just going to hop on and look to one of the celebrities who is growing up today. And you're asking yourself, who do we have? And do I know that person? And for most people, yes, you know him with his famous signature. Do I call it signature, or that famous sound that he makes each and every time when a song starts? And he goes by the name DJ Khaled. He was born this year.
Another
Not this
one.
year. This year, Nkosiami. He was born on this day in 1975, and DJ Khaled is turning 50 years of age. 50 years of producing, DJing, and executive. Dropped Kiss the Ring in 2012 that a lot of you know, and he was also nominated for the Grammy Award for I'm the One. As of recent, we know that DJ Khaled is married. An interesting fact about him is that in 2016 he won the Shorty Award for Snapchatter of the Year. Interesting, and so many awards are being given to people out there, but that is one of the celebrity birthdays that we have for you for this morning. As mentioned, if you know anyone who is growing up, do make sure to send them a shout out by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. 26 minutes past 8, it is the time, and we're still discussing, is it necessary when lending money to a loved one to write an agreement to them? So let us just build a scene for you to understand what we're talking about, because you might feel like, yeah, it is necessary, and whatever relationship we have, whether it's my brother, whether it's my friend, I need to write an agreement. But there are so many scenes and of course shockers and stats when it comes to this, right? So picture this right now. Your cousin calls in panic. They need 5,000 to cover an emergency. You trust them, so you send them the money without hesitation. Fast forward 3 months, 4 months, or 5 months later, no repayment, no updates, and now things are awkward at family gatherings. I mean, it does sound familiar for most South Africans because they have faced this dilemma. So when it's like this, what do you do moving forward? Or at that given point in time, what is it that you do? Are you stopping to lending them money, or you do something else? You take matters legally and say, I'm going to call a lawyer on you. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if you're my family member. But I want my money because I lent you the 5,000 and told you that I need that money in the next 3 months. So have you ever got yourself in that situation?
I have. My uncle still owes me a lot of money, and I think right now I'm gonna literally start making him sign an IOU. At home they know, Guti, if you borrow money from me and you don't bring it back, do not ask me to buy you anything because it's from there. Yeah. English, no, I'm gonna cuff my pocket.
So
like literally, he owes me a lot of money, and everybody at home knows because he has this habit like bo, and then he likes calling my grandmother this baby. Get me 100 rand to told no yan. No, sawara man. 1 hour. I'm like, why can't you wait for that 1 hour? No, you're saying it's coming within an hour, and what you need right now, it's not actually an emergency. I know him. Like, even for example, right now, I think my cousin regrets borrowing his sister money because her sister owes her around 3K since 2023.
3,000 since 2023.
Yeah, I think there should be a difference. People need to learn the difference between nkadime lintuse. Ngicela ungiboleke, ngicela ungincede.
Yeah.
Kunomehluko lento lezi zithi ngathi ngikuboleka kusho ukuthi fanele uyibuyise imali yakho. Ngathi ucela ungincede kusho ukuthi vela kufanele ukuthi expect ukuthi uzoyibuyisa. Noma ngathi ngiexpect ukuthi uzoyibuyisa ngeke ngiyibuyise manje. So kusho ukuthi mina fanele ngihlale phansi ngirelax ngimele ukuthi wena uyilethe. There's a difference, and people literally need to know the difference between that. Yeah. The same goes for a person at Mona. Awufuna ukungithi ukhuluma iqiniso before you can even finish. Angithi wena so ukhuluma ukuthi angifuni. So ufuna ngimi.
So I think this one we can just discuss it in different contexts, because I like when they say your cousin is panicking, right? And for me personally, if I'm someone who is not well versed, but I have the side of emotional intelligence. I'm like, this person is in panic, and of course the first thing that they're going to do is not to tell me that, man, I need you to give me 5,000, because now I'm going to ask, what's the 5,000 for? They have to explain, because this thing is an emergency. Instead, we know that for you to get something faster from anyone, you need to say, can you please borrow me? And then after learning that, oh, the money was for the funeral. And then for me personally, I'm like, no, there's no need for paying me back, because at that moment, it was an emergency. I understand. And then there is a different one of saying, hey, man, can you please borrow me 5,000? I'm taking my girlfriend on a date. Now we're going to fight again. If you don't pay me my money, then we're going to fight. Because this one is different. You were going to have fun. It was for pleasurable moments. So pay back the money. When the fun is over, pay back the money. That's why South Africans will know what pay back the money means. Our president boxed all of the money. And they were like, Mr. President, please pay back the money, because you built your house. Your house has, I don't know how many rendezvous. It's a mansion. There's so many swimming pools. You actually build a village for yourself.
That's why they even
pay
said
back the money.
Zuma must go. Must go. But eventually the people need to literally learn the difference. Even if it's an urgency, how you say it determines the outcome. It means you must bring it back. It's a loan. That's what I'm saying, that these two things, it's things that people need to learn the difference in. These are two different things. So what you say at the beginning literally matters. That's why even at home, my uncle knows right now, it's when you ask for something, he can't say how badly or awufuni ngivele ngithi uvele angifuni ngibuze kahle. You must learn how to ask properly. Can you please assist me with? Don't tell me, you're already telling me that I don't want, and mina vele angizosho vele ukuthi angifuni angizosho ukuthi angifuni.
Yep. So we've all lent and borrowed money. So we agree that if you are the one doing the lending, you want a written agreement.
Yeah.
But if you are borrowing, do you then go with the piece of paper to say, look, could you kindly borrow me this much money? And I've gone ahead and written a agreement that I will pay you ngelangeli sona kanjalo. So you agree that we should.
Yeah.
And then if you're lending money, you should write it down. I'm asking, when you are borrowing money, do you then go with a piece of paper to say, look, this is the written agreement? Or it only works one way?
No, I think
if you're the one that's lending, if you're the lender,
I think it goes both ways.
No, have you done this?
Yes, it goes both ways. For me, I know if I wrote on text,
you have written an agreement.
Not
go to someone and say, look.
No, I literally just said it's something that I haven't done, but I need to start implementing.
Okay, both ways.
Yes, both ways. But for me, I know I'm binded by my word. Yeah. If I send you a text and ask you, can you please loan me or can you please borrow me? There's no way that I can deny. There's literally a text message that stated for me that can you please ask me. But what I'm saying is, but even if for somebody that has actually come, even for me, if I ask you to borrow me money, because I know that it's in a text, I will definitely return it back. And if I hit a hurdle, let's say maybe I say to you, no, and I already see you before it is fee which isn't as lang and before. I would 30 or 30 is luleng. No, I think that's where other people also turn to have it wrong too. The fact that you said you're going to bring it at this certain day and you see that the day is approaching, you yourself, you already know how are your pockets standing. So it's better to say it before the person even asks you, Joe, where's my money? Just say it straight up before the actual date comes up. You know what? I've currently hit a hurdle. Please give me more time, but I will definitely pay it to you. I can't.
Sometimes get better. So man, I think there's people I can count with. I still owe this person and I haven't paid this person back. Right? There's people that owe me, so I know I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
The same goes for me.
Do you owe people?
Yeah, at this moment, yeah, I'm also in the middle, and I know.
I mean, but then it's like it's forgotten with the fit. That 3 years back, but if they were to bring it up, it's like, oh yeah, but I still I never owe this person.
No, I never owe a person for that long. The latest or the longest is probably like 2 to 3 months, but I never make it last that long because I know I will definitely forget. So for me, it always stays at the back of my head that there's somebody that I owe. I can't, because I know that for me it's gonna put in a bad word for me in case I wanna come back again and I literally find myself in that same situation. How do I bring myself to me coming to borrow money from you, knowing very well they are 2 years back or 6 months back? It doesn't make me a person that should owe you a borrow.
Joking.
I mean, I think there are reasons why people avoid, written agreements, right? So one of them is it feels cold, transactional, and it's an un-African thing to do in a culture that values community and trust. Why people insist on them is that it protects both parties, avoids misunderstandings, and sets clear expectations. Because we know that if someone texts and say, "Can you please borrow me money?" that text is not clear that when do you want the money and how much maybe you want interest on top of the money to say, okay, I'm going to give you 6 months to pay me back this money, but I'm going to ask, or you need to give me 2% or 5% on top of the money that you have borrowed. So we need to set clear expectation. If someone comes to me and say, borrow me money, there is no clear expectations on when they are going to pay the money, because others, they will say, Mfetu, please borrow me, I'll pay you when I get paid. Then you know that you're going to wait for when they are getting paid, right? But there are some shockers and stats that we have right here in terms of this conversation that we are having. So according to a 2024 survey by Debt Busters, over 60% of South Africans have lent money to family or friends, and half never got it back. I mean, I'm part of this.
That's not a shocker.
I mean, for me,
I'm there. Like,
I don't think that's even a shocker.
I take money and I don't bring it back.
Hence, I'm saying that I don't even think it's a shocker, especially when we live in a country where Mamkhulu ba kwa ntlung ba re go shota yana liba ukoko kumthulu uthi uyo kumamkhulu yoboleki 150 wena uboleki 300 pokoteli 150. So I don't think it's a shocker, especially with that stats. Nah.
I mean, I also feel like in cultural context, when we borrow each other money at home, I mean, for my brother, it was a thing of, I need to teach you responsibility. Understand? I borrow you money, you need to give it back. I understand if I give you maybe 5,000 rand, yeah, that one will be difficult for you to pay me back. But 50 rand, at least start with paying back the money so that you can be accountable for some of the things. Not you owing anyone and running away. Every time they want you are all over Facebook. Hey, this person is owing me money. Right now, Moja Love is even bringing shows. For the fact that people don't have and set a clear expectation in terms of them borrowing or lending money to other people. But in South Africans, most South Africans, it's all about trust and the culture that it's instilled to say, even if I don't say anything, if I give you 5,000, you know that you have to give it back, because you have to patch where you need to patch, with that given money that you have been giving, right? So, going back to some of the stats, so legal experts warn that verbal agreements are hard to enforce in court.
If you text me and say, dude, I want to talk to you, it's 8:00, 8:30 at night, come to the corner, I want to talk to you. I mean, that one for you to use that reference or as a what do you call evidence in court, it won't stand out because you guys had a conversation and we don't even know how the conversation went, right? So going back, it says even if you have proof of payment, on the flip side, psychologists say formalizing loans can damage trust and create tension in close relationships. So what do we do if things are like this? Like, where do we go?
Yeah. I mean, I need, when you came to me, I gave it to you in confidence. So now, when we formalize the loan, it can damage a relationship.
Yeah.
It can, right? Because one moment you are treating me as if this is purely transactional.
Yeah.
But you seem to forget that I am that same individual that looked out for you.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of these variables that are not being discussed. But at the same time, we do see that this is a trend. It's a behavior that, especially amongst friends and family, that, hey, akuntwarise or just borrow me
the
X
money.
amount of money.
Yeah.
Right? So hence Afriberry said earlier that with family you would rather give, and if it's something that is critical, probably explain that look, this I desperately need it because this is my this is the money that I need to use to travel back and forth to work.
Yeah.
But over and above that, I do understand why it could damage his end. Yeah. So I'd say rather I'm gonna say this live. Rather lie and say you don't have it.
I mean, umaluma muzoba strong. Mina ngiyayifuni IOU mina. Hayi ngikhathele lo muntu salang dribble since high school.
But you see, what about the ones that you owe, manje?
This one is these are long-standing loans with my uncle. Hence, I'm saying I agree that in some places it might break the whole thing, right? But for me, the reason why I say this, it's because I want to teach him how to be responsible, because he does this to almost everybody in Lean. There's I'm saying specifically for this person.
So Mo, let me ask again, in terms of writing things off, ne?
Yeah.
Family, friends, they owe you long enough. You decide, let me write it off.
Yeah.
Look, businesses do this.
Start on a clean slate, because now you are going to go back and you forgot how much money they owe you, and now you ask them, how much do you owe me? Then they lie and like, no, that's not the money. Okay, if they ask you, you don't even know how much you owe. But in cultural context and just bringing in the values, I feel like sometimes we do lose it as Africans, because if you borrow your parents' money and then you're like, I want my money, because for your parents automatically it's like, we raised you. I mean, you have most of the things because of us. So you are just chasing us because of the 20 rands you borrowed us 2 years back. Come on, man. So that's when some of the values and the teachings need to start at home. To say, with family, it's a different story. But with friends, we know what kind of friendship you have with your friend.
I made it as a child. That's equivalent to, that's like equivalent to the money that you spend throughout. What I'm saying is that
equivalent.
No, it's not. listen to why I'm saying it's equivalent, because that's why we find a lot of people, especially a lot of us South Africans, black South Africans, who find themselves in black tax situations. We need to also have families that are also understanding to a point that, yes, I'm gonna help as your child at home, and I'm not helping because I want to pay back whatever money you spend on me. I'm helping because I am your child, and it's my time to look after you, right? But then there's also a limit to where I can also help. Remember that I still need to provide for myself. That's why we find some people still work.
But that's different. Sorry to cut you. Here we're talking about loaning your parents money. Because the black tax is just an expectation that your parents or family will have. But with loaning, you're basically saying, look, I am loaning you this money and I'm expecting you to pay it back. Black tax is different.
Yeah. Oh, me and my grandmother play that game.
Which game?
Kaulona Wampatal.
Yeah, so that's a loan. That's a loan. It's not black tax.
Yeah,
because if she pays it back, would you say it's black tax?
It's not.
No.
It's not, right?
Yeah.
So Mo, as you were saying that with the African culture in the household, more especially if it's a parent, because she took care of you.
Yep.
She did a lot of things for you. So now that you're in a position where you have money, why do you feel like you need to stress me or even rush me with regards to me paying that money back?
Even the positions that people, place themselves in your life, because there's someone who can literally come to you. I mean, if my dad comes to me and say, please borrow me 50. No, don't borrow. Just ask for it. It's fine. If your friend comes, it's a different story. We know that your friend sometimes is careless, doesn't know what to even do with the money. You borrow them and say, just because I want to teach you to become responsible, my friend, please pay me back the money. Even if you chase them back, it teaches them accountability, because this person is going to borrow some money to a point that the hawks or even whoever, the police show up at his home, because now you have committed a crime. If you say, or you borrow something from someone and you don't bring it back, it is a crime. So these scenarios, they kind of differ, but I think it depends on the context and the situation that you are in to say, okay, this person, in terms of business, with business, it's simple. If you are borrowing money to someone, you need to write it. In a relationship, if you don't trust your partner, we don't know, but we know that there are partners who do that, whereby they sit down with their partner and say, I know you want to start a business, but this money, I'm also saving it for something. I'm going to borrow you the money and I'm writing it down. When you get the money or when you break even in your business, please, and I beg you, pay me that money back.
So if you catch feelings where your partner is now asking that pay back the money, and you were this individual that was taking your partner out on dates, you took them out on expensive excursions, holidays, you've done things for them, but this time around, you explicitly said, please, could you kindly loan me money and I will pay it back. And then when they ask for it, and then it's a case of, but Yabono, you seem to forget that I used to do 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Are we catching feelings over something that was clearly defined but now it also reveals a portion of ourselves that we cannot clearly separate the different concerns? There's us in the relationship, and you borrowed money and now you're expected to pay that money back. So before we close on this one, I'm going to ask you guys a few questions, right? So Afriberry, you want to borrow 50 Rand, or you are lending 50 Rands to someone. Do you think it's worth writing it down?
And I think that's something that they can return.
So
on
no
their
writing.
own, no
Cool.
writing.
And then if it is $200, do you feel like you need to write it down?
Yeah, 200. Yeah, I do, because my biggest amount starts from 200. That's a lot for me.
Okay. All right. Mo, on your end, 50 Rand, do you write it down?
Yeah, I write it down, because I feel like we need to teach other responsibility and hold each other accountable, so that if anything happens, maybe I want to buy a car, I'm short with $50. I'm able to say, my friend, this is where I'm at right now. I have 1 million and something 50. I need the $50 for me to buy this car. And we had an agreement. There's a paper. What do we do? Because sometimes other people, when it always depends on the mood that you're giving them the money.
Sure.
When you are paid, you are happy, they think, understand? So for me, I think the little as I am giving you, it counts. But if it's my family, it's a different story. With my friends, written agreement, that's the path I'm traveling on.
So then one would say that for your friends, it's purely transactional.
Yep.
Or maybe some friends.
Yeah.
Right, some friends. And then with family, it's best to just give, man.
Yeah, just give family, man. Now it's like, man,
Just to
there's
avoid.
disputes. We're taking each other to court now. No, it won't look good, because family, when one eats, we all eat.
Sure.
It's as simple as that. We don't have this thing of no, your money. But when you understand the situation, you know that there is time for you to give back. There is time for you to, pay your dues, pay your bills and everything. What's left, enjoy it with your family or friends. But when loaning, guys,
So it comes
that's
down
right.
to us as individuals.
Yeah.
What kind of person are you generally so? Right? Do you take and not give back?
Exactly. But we must give back, guys. We have to give. Because trust me, there are times whereby when you need help, like you don't even need to call more than 3 people because of the person that you are. You are someone who gives. But now if you call, they know, yo. People avoid your call because they know each and every time around 25, 26, 27, you call them because now you know that you are always someone who is borrowing money. But on the closing thought, we know that on this one, Ubuntu doesn't mean ignoring the boundaries. Sometimes clarity is the best way to protect the relationships that we are in. So, is a written agreement a sign of mistrust or just good sense? For me, I feel like it is a good sense. Guys, people forget out there, and it's normal. You have someone, they always forget, minor things. Like there's a parent out there who forgot he took the child to crèche. And then around 8:30, like, yes, says Konje.
When you say that, you remind me of that text message that was like circulating around social media where they sent a person to the daycare sent a message for they have their kid as like, okay, how much do you want? It's like, no, sir, this is the daycare. Come and fetch your child. You didn't come back to fetch your child, my brother. This is the daycare center. We're not kidnappers. Come and fetch your child.
Yeah. Yep. Still on that case, 10 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock on the dot. Some comments came through. I see Mbalimni came through, say, good morning, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. Good morning. I hope that you're also having a great Wednesday morning. And then she comes through because we're still celebrating in Tombendala, saying happy birthday to my beautiful great granny. 86 years of grace. That is so much. Those are so many years, guys. It is blessing to live because some of us, we are skeptical of even passing the age 40, but it's another case. And then Bushlemni comes to saying morning, hashtag Vooka team, hashtag Sivugile. Happy birthday to my great grandmother. I love her so much. May God bless her and enjoy her day. Happy birthday to Ntombendala. We're still celebrating her birthday as we're still kick-starting this beautiful morning of ours with that high energetic note. And speaking of high energetic note, what we're going to do right now is to take a short break because Amaroto are in the building. We are going to be in conversation with them, speaking everything that has to do with the overall season. What are their plans? Where are they heading? And what's on their mind? Because it is November, the last week of this month. We're heading to December. Are there any plans, tournaments that we should be looking out for? We are going to find out after this short break. So with that being said, don't go anywhere.
Said you needed space, said you needed more time to think, so you went away, but you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My hair closed the door, even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurts so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50-11 days, 50-11 days, 50-11. I lost count of all of the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek? Or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was then, go back, hurt so bad. Had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, love it in the worst way. You've been gone away, since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday, your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Yeah. Since you've been gone away so long. Love me or hate me, God knows you made it when he let his eyes on me. Yucky, ninny, let by the bottom them bitchy. Give me that my head job. No, I ain't gonna let anyone keep me down. No, no, you just gotta keep up, 'cause I ain't gonna stop down. No, no, everyone just wanna get to know ya. Let me see Jack and God. I can do you think I'm sweet? I'm sweet, so sweet. You got stung by honeybee. You just went to sleep. I can do you think I'm sweet? I'm sweet, so sweet. So we kissing, I'm sick of ya. I'm not okay, lazy lover, under covers. Know what you can mean again. Eating biscuits, sharing secrets. Now it's just you and me.
What's up, fam? Chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. It's still a very interesting morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. 4 minutes till we hit at 9 o'clock on the dot. And as promised that we're going to give you some of the updates in terms of how the weather is looking like. So another alert warning has came through from the SAWS, which is the South African Weather Services. So very hot across the interior, fine in the west, and isolated storms which are in 30% over central and eastern areas. Cooler along the southeast coast with a windy condition on both coasts. So do make sure that you stay safe and hydrated. This is from the South African Weather Services. If anything comes, we will come back and update you on what is it that you need to wear on this beautiful Wednesday morning regarding the weather that we have. Connect with us throughout our social media platforms. We are live right now on YouTube, and for audio only, you can just tune in to Underground Radio, and you can connect with us once again. Subscribe on our YouTube channel, press the notification button so that whenever we go live, you will be notified. And speaking of notified, we got a notification that Mr. Coach, the owner and the founder of Amaroto, wants to come, and he is in the building with us. We're going to be discussing some of the things that took place overall season, because recently they were in the community Vilagazi games that went very well. But Coach is back right here with his Amaroto, of course, besides him. Right? With that, let's just get straight into it. Coach, talk to me. How are you doing this morning? And how are you feeling?
Sanbonani balandeli bevuka seyibuyile yona ichairman bafethu. Nje I understand ukuthi ningibiza coach. I'm not a coach, I'm a chairman. Yeah, I'm the ngathini yimi u driver. Yeah, I'm the founder of Snake Park Youth Development, the NPO. And under the NPO of Snake Park Youth Development, we have Amaroto Football Academy, where we team ehlanganisa ama player from different cities. I won't say countries because I will say cities. Then we have Villas Community Games, where there's a ngathini la kuzabe khona ku participator ama teams from around the cities again. Then so i-Snake Park Youth Development isebenza kakhulu because of our mission ukubona abantwana bahlezi baba yabo active because of the more bangekho active the more bazongena khona kuma drugs. So ingakho senza make sure ukuthi kuze sibakhiphe kuma drugs what we can do as i-Snake Park Youth Development.
Yeah, very interesting, Chairman, and it's very nice to have you back because there's so much ekumele sikhulume ngakho in terms of the future plans or maybe something that is coming. But I see ukuthi awuhambi uyi-one namhlanje. You know, you have a player besides you. So please let us just give him his kati so ukuthi as introduce you know who you are and what position do you play. Talk to us, my friend.
Ngiyanibingelela kubalandeli bevuka igama lami Asanda wakwaseme captain of under 17 Amaroto ngidlala defensive midfielder. I'm coming all the way from Nongoma KZN.
So when are we captain? So since you are a captain and ufike nini, when did you join Amaroto, and since you joined, how has been the journey for you?
Ngifike kuMaroto March. Since ngiwajoinile Amaroto is not akusafani njengeteam Amaroto sekuyifamily kuthina because sibambisene namajida ichairman usiphethe kahle yonke into yethu uyasupporta. It's not aksikho abanye chairman abafana. Most of the time uzothola abanye chairman behlalela endaweni zabo engahlali nama play, but sowethu uhlala naye siyakhona kuba nama conversation naye sixoxe umuntu onkinga uyakhona uya chairman ukhulume naye then akunika ama advice. It's more like a family.
Yeah, very interesting, man. And now back to chairman. We know that you are from the Vilakazi Community Games, right? That took place. So I know that a lot of people, because we are heading towards December, right? Abantu, they will be home and they want to enjoy Ipola in general. So anything that is lined up for next month or this month, any announcement that we need to know of?
Okay, ama announcement akhona awekho kakhulu so far. Ama announcements akhona, I think last week we were playing besidlala tournament under 15 in Ilinda Mtambo tournament foundation Ilinda Mtambo lodlala ku Skukhuni. We play there from Bogi top 32 then they knock us out to top 8. So because of ukuthi amajita, it was the first time able to ukudlala iJozi ukudlala iSoweto understand the environment, but bazamile then basinokile. Then this week on Saturday under 15 izabe idlala injabulo tournament. There's a boy odlala ku Super Sport we under 15, so uzaba host the tournament on this week khona iSnake Park at block 11. So sabe sidlala lapho nge-under 15 we will be playing last game nenye team bathi i-all stars. So you know when they say all stars now in your mind you say hey kujizi mnandi yabo but ke angithi uyazi ungaba mnandi ma realize iroto yabo malifikile iroto lisusa konke khona. And then esibenge ngasho ukuthi Amaroto sivulile for admission for ama player for the next season 2026 season. Wonke ama player they are allowed. If you want to be part of Amaroto you can come and join us. Then we have assessment camp ezoqala nge-4 zaka December until nge-15 zaka December. Then we nge-13 zaka December I will be a Free State. But it's in Hillbron. Hillbron Mundla nje Sosol Frenachen Sosol. I'll be there ngizabe ngenza ama trial from under 13 until under 17 to 19. So wonke ama player afuna ukujoina i-academy angakwazi ukufinyelela eSoweto, I think if aseduze laphana Free State Hillbron they can come. Then a trial fee it's 100 rand. But if you want to come to a camp nge-4 khona eClub House eSoweto eSnake Park you'll be paying 800 for that 2 weeks.
Very interesting. And I see good there's so much lined up, of course, for the upcoming weeks that people should be looking out of.
Then I forgot.
Yeah.
Ngikhohle enkulu kakhulu. Ngizabe ngidefender i-champion. Ngiyakhohlwa.
Really?
Ngithi manje ukuthi sengihlezi ngi-champion yabo. Manje sengiyakhohlwa. Enjoy. So I'll be defending a Councillors tournament, McDonald from Tsepisong. I-tournament yakhe we joined in Harmony. Last year December I was a under 17 champion. So this year I'll be defending the champion from 818. The tournament kick off 818. Harmony tournament.
Very interesting. Before we talk about the overall season, I just want to come to captain, and because you're the captain of under 17, and I know Guti, it's a big role for someone because now uphethe amajita emahlombeni wakho. So talk to me, for you, how does it feel to be in that position of being the captain of under 17?
Ekunzima ukuba captain akukho lula. Maybe abanye abantu bajabuliswa ukuthi usukufaka ibhande egroundini then mawudlala bazobuka wena vele as captain. Akukho lula because izinto eziningi ezenziwa amajita kumele kube nguwe obakhuzayo, kumele ube sibonele sihle. Sometimes if amajita enze wrong kumele kube nguwe discipline egroundini, kumele nguwe deal nezinto eziningi. Adlala kenze ima captain kunzima, awusitholi ikhathi okuphumula kunzima but that's why bethi ibhande kumele respect. Kumele respect because uba captain awumani kuthiwa uperforma kahle. It's just because of behavior yakho nokuthi uyiphatha kanjani.
So have you ever had uzithola kule situation whereby uyabona ukuthi kunzima manje ufuna ukubiyeka lo captain lobo and banike omunye umuntu ibhandi and you were like, okay, so what is it that you did ngaleso sikhathi you had the mentality of ukuyeka ibhandi and giving someone else your captaincy?
Kwake kwenzeka lokho. Singamajita sinokuthi masindawonye sinokuthi sibuye sixabane as ingane. So amajita mangiwabonisa because babona ukuthi ngisawu captain omusha because since ngifikile bekhona ucaptain ezikhona umunye ngihamba naye assistant yami. Then mangifika then I was surprised mangibuye ekhaya bethi sikunika ikwizi captain because sibona indlela odiscipline ngayo. Then kwafika lesikhathi sokhona ukuthi sidlala i-tournament then amajita anokuthi egroundini like amezulu vele singamezulu sinolaka. Then by the time uref ropa amajita ebefuna ukulisana no ref, so the time ngibangakhuza bafuna ngongilalela and ngangiyanye strong because i-position yami ngibona ingasasebenzi because mina emele ngikhulume nawe but manje sesi right since sayikhuluma leyo nto leyo seku right.
So talk to us because you also mentioned your family. I want to know, besides the support we told from the academy, do you get support from your family side?
Ngithola kakhulu i-support ekhaya, ngithola kakhulu because sibabambisene kakhulu no chairman. Sometimes nami izinto eziningi angisayikhulumi nabasekhaya, sengikhuluma no chairman because sekufana njengokuthi uyena ubaba wami, but i-support nje ngiyayithola kakhulu kumama wami. I can say uyena engimrecognize kakhulu because uyena onginike support kakhulu.
Very interesting. So coming back to you, chairman, let's talk about the overall season. Where's your mind? Are you satisfied with how things went, for the season? Because right now we are in November, January. So overall season, are you satisfied or there's still more work to be done?
Engakusho as a chairman, kahle umuntu bathi noma kungangena amakapa 100 ngeke abe satisfied. But so far engakusho nje amajita spane kakhulu because of since this year from January until now they bring 6 trophies and 6 soccer kits. So that means for me there's an improvement. But ngibatshelile ngathi mina for now I'm happy because of abantwana whatever they done, because of even nayo league under 17 by Tatile. So then under 13 ukuthi if ungadlali to your territory. You must understand basazokushana setafuleni because of bokumele Amaroto Football Academy athathe i-league nge-under 13 nange-under 17. So kwathola ukuthi most of the teams abathathe i-league they are not territory yabo, they are outsider. Ila matimbo wafuna just to ukuthi bathole competitive to another yabona. So kwathola ukuthi ke i-under 13 bayishaya etafuleni, then baphuma position 2, then under 15 ke yaphuma position 3. So I was happy ukuthi all my divisions they were under position 3 yabona. So bengekho engaphansi kanjalo. So engakusho ngwatshema ukuthi I just thanks for their performance, and we really appreciate. And for me, I'm happy ukuthi even those kids abe academy abangabuyi even the next season, but I'm happy because of bazohamba nama gold, and I'm happy ukuthi even nabazoya khona they will say ukuthi last buya khona besisipana kakhulu yabo. So I told them ukuthi now our focus ila ma tournament asele I2. Then I always tell them ukuthi when we won it's a bonus, but we are there to show them our character, to show them who is Amaroto. Because of if uzoya ku tournament nale knowledge ukuthi hayi win level already uzoba nenkinga. Is where uthola bo coach sebathuka bo abantwana futhi yakwana wena yini abantu, because of mentally yabo they were there ukuthi they were there for winning yabona. Wonke umuntu uyafuna ukuwin, but ungakhohlwa udlala i1 grounding yabo. So about the from January until now, I'm happy for the boys, and I wish them ukuthi even though where they are or labas yakhona, they mustn't lose respect and the guidance labis bapayona, because of now we have a goalkeeper. I think ngengeza ngai olwethu olwethu. I think we were on that side. Now use Northern Cape udlala kumtsipe league. It's a second choice goalkeeper. So as age asho athi yena akezanga la ukuzenza friendship uze kuzospana.
And siyabona ukuthi manje isipani siyazibonisa. Right. Now as a chairman you are responsible for 5 divisions, right? And we know ukuthi being responsible for 5 divisions, it means you need to have a team that works with you, because now you're dealing with different kids and caliber of kids, right? So do you have a team that you work with? And Okwamanje, are you still working on a team, or you have a team? If you do have a team, how are you guys now? How's the progress of working together and making sure that this train goes the long way?
Okay, engakusho esibenge ngasho ukuthi nge6 zaka December sabe sine award ceremony, where we'll be honoring the players according the way they play and according the way they perform, because of we can't give any player if it didn't perform, why we must give you. So you must work harder good now next time ukwazi ukuthola. So for now as you know ukuthi bengisebenza no mama. So everything we were doing together, but now we sesinabo coach abayithu, we hire 2 coaches from the previous teams labe bakhona bazo participate to Evillas community games. So far they are good, they are bagasagu ma assessment, I can say so. So far for now sisa build a structure, but I think nge6 zaga December on the ceremony will be so prefabazali about the structure and what we change and what we bring to the board.
So before Siktetela captain and also bring another player that has joined you here, what are some of the highlights that you had this year? The one that you say, it stands out. Maybe must win the league, win a tournament or something. Which one stood out for you this year?
This year ukuna Evillas community games, because le tournament inzima ika chairman wethu, but inzima kakhulu sebenzile namajita, and I was able ukuna le tournament because it was my first time and ngangifisa ukuthi ngiwine.
Lastly, if any words of encouragement to someone who wants to join the club, what is it that they will expect when they're coming to join Amaroto Football Academy?
Engakusho kuyiplayer elifuna ukuza ngamaroto akukho kuningi, but nje ukuza kuMaroto ungathola imfudumalo I can say imfudumalo because angifuni ukukhuluma kakhulu umuntu engakayibonile because most of the time we will find ukuthi nginama team a breakout ngawathi thina sinalokho so thina kuMaroto siyenze lonto leyo then you rather ukuthi umuntu ayizele yena ayibonele then akwazi ukutshena abanye abantu akwazi ukuxoxela abanye abantu asuka ngakhona because into eshama ama academy amaningi bathanda ukwenza content kakhulu then content yabo batshena abantu izinto engekho right so angeke ngithanda ukukhuluma kakhulu ngamaRoad ukuthi mawufika uzothola lokhu because asikho perfect singabantu sonke siyawenza ama mistake ezina kuMaRoad ayenzeka ama mistake but as a player you need to be patient as a player ikusasa laziwa
spoken like a true captain man. So anyone that you look up to la South African football a player olthandayo that you are looking up to in South African football nje, who's that player?
I player engilithandayo uMkwena odlala ku Sundowns.
Okay, Tebogo Mokwena. Interesting man. No, I will wish you all the best in facing a career yakho, and I hope that your talent will be unmatched and seen, of course, by other teams out there, because we see that Amaroto is doing a very good job, in terms of the development and the grassroots. But it's in Tetele and invite the next player, Mfagelinye Roto khona manje, and then just to get into the conversation, and then while we're still on that, coach, talk to us because there is, of course, a comment on YouTube from Amaroto Football Academy, but we also want to know about the closing ceremony of Amaroto. Bafuna abantu.
Yeah, esibengishilo ukuthi I think abalandeli abasilandela kakhulu ku TikTok we already post ukuthi ngi6 zaka December we'll be doing a ceremony, so we still sasabhayiseka nje ngevenue but yonke into is still on, so abeze bazobona ukuthi hey am ceremony kuzabe kubukhazikhazi yabona. But I can't say more as ashilo no captain ukuthi thina asikhulumi kakhulu, so thina nje sipha abantu izinto ezigrand ngiyangithola because of you whatever oyikhulumayo whatever you preach then you don't do kuzoba inkingi yabona. But ay moze lapha kule ceremony uzobona even the attire sabe shama botai bathe izinto intwana zame chairman moba imuslim ngathi unemali kakhulu, so ngizobona ngizogcokani.
Speaking of the last attire but you've heard it from the man himself about the closing ceremony, hoping that everything that's going to take place, you are also going to be part of it. As of course we were mentioning Guti Elinye Roto joiner, he is here with us, so mfethu tell us introduce ukuthi ubani and now what position do you play in even the division that you play in?
Sinibona nginibekelele kakhulu gama lami uXolisani wakamlambo ngichamuka eMpumalanga eDriefontein ngidlala iattacking midfield under 17
under 17 attacking midfield. So far season yako, how has it been? Do you feel like you still ufuna improve or you had a bad season nje this season?
Season ibiyinhle yona kodwa ngokwami ayingijabulisanga, ngisafuna ukueda kakhulu.
Njengoba ngicela ukuthatha the championship the Ilona on the Vilakazi community games, you still want more?
Ngisafuna iharmony lesidefend njengama champion.
Yeah, coach, indeed Amaroto ngenkani because bayifuna ngenkani le cheese le yabo. So because besikhuluma futhi no captain about the support, I mean outside of the academy support oyitholayo, do you also get the support from umndeni wakho?
Ngiyayithola kakhulu bayangisupport as the chairman support nje sihlale clubhouse makukhona la singatholi khona usizo sakhona ukuthi sikhulume naye khona kusilekelela.
Yeah. And then in terms of moving on for someone now what are your own words in terms of umuntu makazofuna ukujoina iAmaroto yini le akumele ba looking forward to when they come and join Amaroto?
Ngabatshela kona ukuthi bangalaleli abantu cause kunabantu abafikile academy bahamba and then base basikhuluma kabi cause abafuni abanye abantu beze. Ngabatshela kona ukuthi bangeza bazoyibonela before nabo bazolalela inkulumo zabantu okunye ngesibathembi uchairman ngeke abathembisa ukuthi uzobathatha ubafaka Kaizer Chiefs ispan sabo sobathatha sibafake khona
because you playing attacking midfield. How many assists and how many goals do you have this season?
Hey, I am a good man. I thinking I'm a good I4.
Okay.
I'm an assist wabali.
Yeah. I'm a assist. And then when in terms of the season so far, do you think Uguti you were happy with everything that has happened, or you still need to work more for, of course, the next season as
safuna ukusebenza kakhulu safuna ukusebenza nje nalama tournament asele esisazowadlala njenge under 17 awu2 ngifisa ngathi nje singawathatha
very interesting. So coming back to you, Chairman, we see ukuthi the players nabo they are eager to improve, right? So what is it that you're doing to make sure ukuthi improvement yabo ayidropi but it still, continues to be one of the best?
Ngathini ngihlezi ngiba encourage yokuthi guys you must work hard kuze uthole ischeme. So that's why ngasonke isikhathi ngihlezi ngibagcucuza ukuthi if i-training icala ngo4 I'll report a grounding ngo4 report a grounding 3:30. That means on ngale 30 minutes le usuke uprepare ukuthi coach mase sekayenzile everything mela yenze now usuke so shisa yebo. So nami nyazama ukuthi because bengibatshela ukuthi guys we must ukuthi at least next season we must thole i-gym company so that nani nizokwazi ukuthi nibe yabona ngoba ayangithandi balokhu baba amathambo so yabo ngifuna abantu abaqinile
ama-TLP
abombokazi and just to add to the boy uboy usebenze kakhulu because of he was the one owayenza ukuthi si wine i-Villas Community Games because of washaya elinye I think it's it's a goal of the tournament under 17 because of Walshire from the center area. So it was asivele mina my captains kakhulu asabantu abakhulumayo so ngicabanga ukuthi maybe ngenza mistake anginabo captain abathoketive kakhulu ukuthi abathulile but mabe sebakwatile kanti bakhuluma so abantu abanjalo abekho right because of one day yabona so bona in the clubhouse or outside the field asabantu abakhulumayo even sengibajwayele but when you are masise ku field sinyaza ukuthi lapho ngiphethe ingwenya
So we know that at the beginning of each and every season we set goals for ourselves, for the team, and the objectives for each and every player that's playing. Do you feel like wonke lama goal bo was set in January starting the year have been accomplished, or amanye you still working on accomplishing them?
So far ama-goal mina engasho because of umuntu akumela ngube nenhlizende I'm happy ngama-goal ami ngiwa-achievile as bengingasho ukuthi I have 2 players from SuperSport, I have Mponjane from Gunto kumtsipe league and I see my player even the team is improve each and every month. I won't say every season because of they always bafaka more effort toward engakusho nje for this year I'm happy. So I think amanye plans I will start on from December. Ama goals I'm going to okay from now what I want to achieve.
So looking at the Football Association in South Africa, I just want to know from you, Guti, do you feel like it is where it needs to be? Because recently we have seen, right, the news that has, made headlines. Guti Umbogazi from Orlando Pirates has been signed by an MLS club, right? And this shows, Guti, yes, some grassroots are corner and development. It is working because they are able to identify talent from Mzansi. Do you feel like Mzansi it is where it needs to be in terms of development and grassroots?
I mean engakusho now since even go national team since kufike Bruce the coach, I think now they understand the football because of Bruce zanga fike afuna ukuthi bona bamlawule ufike wathi mina I want to do this.
Yeah.
So yonke into ayenzile sikavulele nabanye abacoach laba bebangayazi ukuthi no you can do this yabona. That's why behlezi ngisho ukuthi even those players sebasayinile they mustn't forget where they come from.
Yeah.
Because of player mabali interview angeke lisasho ukuthi no ngibuya kuMaroto uzabathi hayi no ngibuya kwa Juventus where they take you. Yangitho ayikuthola ngesigangini yabo. So ngithanda nje ukuthi nawo ama players waphumelele abangakhohlwa abocoach abakwazile ukuthi babathathe from la phansi la estradeni to go to professional yabo. So mina nje for now I think even our development is starting ukuthi manje iba right. So seba ni structure. Yeah.
So we know that as I will say ukuthi at the beginning of the season there are expectations. I mean, we know every team, whether it's Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates, the expectation is to win the league.
Yes.
So in this season, what were your expectations, and were those expectations met?
Yeah, my expectation is being ngishilo ukuthi ama expectation win the league.
Yeah.
Then I done that. So my expectation for 2026 is to go and compete with Rand Central.
Yeah.
As I be through Bomaran back line so that they can compete with the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the plans ahead. What plans do you have? What is it that we should be looking out for next year? Or are you still working on that?
Yeah, so far our commanding is being shiluguti. We are service computer to the better league. And even we'll try to be more professional. Yeah, we were professional, but we basically but we'll try to be more than professional. And we like Nama player, they must come and join and to be a family of Amaroto Football Academy. And see push any vision. Amaroto.
Yeah. So before we let you go, what I'm gonna do is to take a short break, and then when you come back, I have a quiz for all of you guys, right? So what we're gonna do, we're going to play that game of quiz Mases Buya from this short break of ours. So please do make sure that you do not go anywhere.
So easy for me to say what I'm thinking.
It's 9:30 on the dot and still giving you that energetic start to your day. And of course, I hope that wherever you are, that midweek slumber has, of course, got shrugged off your shoulders. So talk to us and engage with us throughout our social media platforms. We are hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. That is a hashtag that you can use. And of course, the WhatsApp number is online. If you want to send your voice note, the number to do that at 0604933226. That's 0604933226. As promised, that after the break, we are going to be going straight into game time because gaming is what we embrace right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So I have quiz questions for Chairman right here and both Amaroto, we too. But because Chairman is the big man, because you're the Chairman, you are well versed. You know some of the coaches that have been in the South African football scene. So I have names right here. And you only choose one, right? So let's start off with some of the coaches that have been part of Kaizer Chiefs. Which one do you prefer between Stuart Baxter and Steve Compella?
Stuart Baxter.
Ernst Middendorp or Gavin Hunt?
Gavin Hunt.
And then heading over, of course, to Sundowns, a rivalry of Kaizer Chiefs on Orlando Pirates based in Pretoria. Pitso Msimani or Rulani Mokwena?
Pitso.
Oh, okay. And then Rulani Mokwena or Manqoba Nqiti?
Rulani
Mokwena. Nice one. And then heading over to Orlando Pirates. Right now, because he is no longer part of Orlando Pirates, he left the team. Do you prefer Jose Riviero or Mandla Ncigazi?
Riviero.
And then lastly, do you prefer Mandla Ncigazi or Fadlu Davids?
Mandla Ncigazi.
Very interesting. There we go. The knowledge that Mr. Chairman has for us. And then, of course, moving right here to Ipleale, to our attacking midfielder. I have some players for you written down. If you don't know the players, you just say pass, right? It's only 3 of them. So, starting off with the first one, do you prefer Umbogazi or Grant Kekana?
I tell P.
Of course. That one was obvious. The next one, Relebuhile Mufokeng or Nkota?
Nkota.
Lastly, Mfundo Vilagazi or Mtutuzi Shabalala? What hey?
How Vilagazi?
No Vilagazi. All right. Lastly, we're heading over to Captain. You have the mic over there. I have 3 names for you. You just need to choose one. So let's go. But let's confirm if your mic is working. Can you hear me? It's 1 2 1 2. Can't hear him. Please switch on the mic right there. And then 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2.
There we go. We have our captain on the line. So your time starts right now, Captain. I have 6 players for you. You just need to choose one. The first 2 players, Tebo Mokwena or Sipho Mbule?
Tebo Mokwena.
Obviously, Utewe Mtanda. And then the next one, Makehleni Makaula or Talente Mbata?
Makehleni Makaula.
Hey, wow. Last one, Evidence Makgopa or Tsegofatso Mabasa?
Sure. Evidence Makgopa.
All right, well done, gents. But before we let you go, of course, it is very important to know what you guys in terms of the future. We have had that coach. Some players are playing Super Sport, Shabanye, they are on Motsepe Foundation League. So I want to hear from you, Captain. When APT Mofiso Gwilalela is South Africa, if you become a professional football player.
Team of Iswilalela, Kaizer Chiefs.
Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah, but the Kaizer Chiefs are in favor. But about Banongmanga, why get the Kaizer Chiefs because I'm supporting.
Yeah.
Just that thing, I finish in Albona. Kaizer Chiefs in a development right. In development right. So I'm a player. Puma corner. We foundation ya corner. A good. Okay, a good. So we foundation ya corner. You only it turned out. That's why I prefer Kaizer Chiefs. Although I'm Landele Pirates.
Yeah. Let your words be heard and manifest, my good sir. And then lastly, right here, when I team office when you become a professional player.
I Pirates.
Why Pirates?
I Pirates ngibona ngathi i-team ene spirit iyabambisana.
Yeah.
Njengamaroto.
Yeah. Anifuni ukuyodlalela i-team e1 bafethu. Cabanga senihlangana ni2. Sekumele nimakane manje. Udlalela iPirates, udlalela iChiefs. Anifuni leyo situation. So nina nifuna ukuqondana kahle kahle.
Ithi siyobhekana kudawo.
Yamadodana ayayiqondana. Ayipheli. But yeah, very interesting guys. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Lastly, before Sikdete Lohambe, if people want to get in touch, want to join the academy, what processes and steps do they need to take?
Ngiyabonga but kakhulu nje before ngizokuphendula ngithanda nje ukubonga umama ongizalayo yokuthi uzale i-president. Is not my president, it's not about merely president yomzansi. But I'm a president of Amaroto Football Academy. Whatever I'm doing kufuna na ukuthi ayiqhenye and nayasho ukuthi Amaroto or my nje ngibona umntana malaphana that's my womb yabona so engakusho nje kubonke abadlali abafisa udlalela Amaroto they can contact me ku 073 050 9857 esibengishilo ukuthi ama registration avuliwe until nge-10 zaka December. Then every player that is interested isicela ukuthi nje angasicontacta and engakusho nje nakuma players contactayo if you are a player just go straight to the point and say chairman ngusbanibani I want to join Amaroto Football Club. Abangati how's you Ola sure so that means there's no respect so because of they don't talk nomntana omncane so they must asho nje ukuthi hi kamala ngubani ngiqhamuka kuphi ngingathanda ukuba ingxenye or to be a part of Amaroto Football Academy, then I will give him the full information.
Very interesting. And Siyabonga, thank you so much guys for taking your time in this join. We're looking forward to have you once again. You know, if anything after the ceremony nizosixoxela ukuthi bekunjani and share the moments with us.
Okay, so ku ceremony singeza sigcokile lento sigcoka ku ceremony.
Angizwanga
singeza sigcokile izinto zabe sigcoke ku ceremony then the attire.
Yeah, of
because
course.
Angithi bengize but bazongithengela ishort so this
after parties will be la. Don't worry. We've got you covered with everything, right? So that is why okay, did you guys enjoy? How was everything? And ubani uphume nani so that we can know how is the future looking like for most of the people. But with that being said, thank you so much guys for joining us. That was Amaroto in the building. Hope you enjoyed that. And speaking of enjoying, there are some comments that came through. Enye is from Ushantel at the great Mr. Vilagazi himself. I see you. Thank you for those who were watching and showing their love, right? So we're going to let the guys go, and then when we continue, of course, we're going to be giving you that daily dose of positivity. So please do make sure you don't switch the dial. Yo, check this out.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
It's the
Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
We are live.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew
on the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moeketsi Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
bana ba ditobetsa man. Ke nako December and you see right now here in the studio we are Decembering, making sure hore wena alright. You're getting in touch with that, but right now it's about time for me to take you back and give you some amazing history. When it comes to today in history, man, we have some amazing things that we're going to feed you right now, right? So our first one in our history articles is that in 2018, DC superhero film Aquaman, directed by James Wan starring Jason Momoa and Amber Heard, premieres in London. Another DC superhero film Aquaman premiered in London on November the 26th in 2018 at Cineworld Empire, Leicester Square, with director James Wan and stars Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Patrick Wilson, and Dolphin Lundgren walking the red carpet. The event marked the film's world premiere ahead of US release, showcasing Warner Bros. Ambitious underwater epic to global audience. With its 160 to 200 million budget, the movie blended action, mythology, and visual spectacle, ultimately grossing over 1.1 billion worldwide and becoming the highest grossing DC extended universe film at that time. Now, second in 2007, Like You'll Never See Me Again, released by Alicia Keys, it secured an NACP Image Award, Outstanding Music Video, Outstanding Song in 2008, and Billboard Song of the Year in 2008. Now, Alicia Keys in 2007 single You Never See Me Again from her album As I Am became one of her most acclaimed ballads, blending soulful vocals with a pungent message about cherishing loved ones. Produced by Keys and Carey, the track topped the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart for 7 weeks and was named Billboard Song of the Year in 2008. Its emotional resonance earned a Keys and NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Song and Outstanding Music Video in 2008, cementing the song as both a commercial success and a cultural touchstone in her career. Now, third on our history lines, we have in 2013, due to a street tirade captured on video, Alec Baldwin's show Up Late with Alec Baldwin is cancelled after only 5 episodes. Now, that's very sad, right? Alec Baldwin's MSNBC talk show Up Late with Alec Baldwin was cancelled in 2013 November, just after 5 episodes, following a street tirade in which Alec Baldwin was caught in video using a homophobic slur against the photographer. The show, which debuted in 2013, the 11th of October, featured Baldwin interviewing guests from politics, news, and the arts, and its run ended abruptly in November 8 in 2013. The controversy surrounding Baldwin's outburst overshadowed the program, leading MSNBC to pull the series from its Friday night slot at 30 Rockefeller Plaza. Now, that is all for your Today in History, taking you back to all those historical moments that we have had in life. Now, we're also going to be heading over to the inventions and see what exactly in the world has been invented to obviously make the world that we live in much more easier and smoother. Now, we're talking about an AI-powered smart wheelchair. Now, in 2025, an AI-powered smart wheelchairs are revolutionizing mobility by combining obstacle detection, GPS, and user adaptive learning to offer safer and more intuitive navigation. Blends like WOW and LUCI are pioneering models that sync with smart homes, monitor health in real time, and respond to voice commands, empowering users with greater independence and control. Now, this is one of the greatest inventions ever, especially for people who are suffering with mobility, and I hope that it continues to benefit the future that is still yet to come.
Very interesting business that we always give you right here. And just to hear your sentiments, what do you think? Speaking of business, have you ever heard of a say, it is a pleasure doing business with you? And what words do you pick up when someone says that? I mean, for me, it's pleasure doing business with you. That means pleasure and business, they go hand to hand. Do you agree with that? Do we or can we mix business with pleasure? That is a conversation we are going to have right now. Do make sure that you stay with us. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use. I know a lot of you are doing business, or maybe you have been part of a business. Even if it's not business, mild business. I mean, maybe selling someone something that you no longer need. Whether it's a guy, whether it's a girl, you guys have to conclude your meeting with it was a pleasure doing business with you. Do we take this, further, or we just leave things like that because it was only business? Where there's business, we do business. Where there's pleasure, there is pleasure. But do we mix the two? So let us set the scene for you. Imagine this one. You are on a weekend getaway with friends, sleeping cocktails by the pool. Suddenly someone say, hey, I've got a business idea. Let's talk numbers. The vibe change instantly, right? What started as a relaxing escape now feels like a boardroom meeting. On the flip side, think about those power moves made over golf games or the braais that we have with our families, whereby your uncle will promise you, or your sister's uncle or your cousin, they say, hey man, bring me your CV, or the friends that have been invited into that braai. Conversations happen right there on the braai while the meat is being turned over and over, but are you gonna be turned over in the night? So think about those power moves made over the braai, where casual chats turns into lucrative deals. In South Africa, where networking often happens in social spaces, the question is, should business and pleasure mix? Should we keep them strictly separate? That is the question that we are asking. In the 11 minutes that we have, let's discuss. Let's talk about that. Should we mix business or pleasure? Or it will depend on the situation or the context that we are in. But I mean, there are some businesses whereby they require pleasure for you to seal the deal. Come on, But yeah, other people, they will argue that we've seen that a lot of people have came in and complained that when business and pleasure is mixed, that business doesn't go anywhere. Because now when conflict or when time comes to deal with some of the challenges that we have in the business, you would see that we're no longer on the same level because we have done this thing. We have broken the chemistry, basically.
I mean, some people think business and pleasure or pleasure is sentimental pleasure, but it could be family.
Yeah.
It could be family, it could be your friend, where I think and I've seen that it's only a handful of people that have made it successful. There are couples that are in business together, right, and they're a couple at the same time. And then there are family-owned businesses where you are working with your family, and we've seen in history and the latest history pages that it does work out for some. However, for a majority of people, I've seen that it does not work. It really doesn't work. And I would say, look, if the bedroom is the bedroom, let it be that.
Bedroom.
Don't after you start promising someone who to I can get you to rooms or places you've never been to.
Do you know what rhymes with bedroom?
Boardroom.
You understand? So I mean, come on, guys. That's where we can talk. We talk, we do everything. Business gets started. But it's true that we need to have, the boundaries in between. To say, guys, there are certain rooms that we do not talk certain stuff. Because now, the levels of excitement. Yes, we are going to a tavern, we seal a deal. And then when we come back, you are sober, like, oh my goodness, what did I do?
But let me ask you this. So you're in the workplace, and it's a big company. Think of the Fortune 100 or Fortune 500 companies where they've got thousands of employees. So basically, not that you're just another number, but you're just another number in the company. So you happen to be at work and then you see someone that you fancy. Are we saying this is business with pleasure or work with pleasure? Because a lot of people have met in the workplace, fell in love, and got
I
married.
think for me, it would actually make sense if we didn't work in the same department. Reason being is because us falling in love and working in the same department, it's gonna be a bit of a distraction. Like, gorgeous, you look so beautiful today. I like the dress that you're wearing. But if we're in different departments, it makes it easier for us to actually become productive at work and actually make sure that we get the work that we're paid to do done.
So if you fancied someone here, you wouldn't do your work.
I think if we're like here, well, when I hear, I think it might be a bit of a distraction because I will get like every once in a while blues actually oh my gosh, look at his eyes. I like the way he sparkles because you know I'll just keep on staring. Hence I'm saying for me, even if I were to fall in love in the workplace, I think for me it would be better if we do not work in the same department. You work at the back, I work at the front. If we meet, we're meeting because maybe it's at that break, then yes, it's time for us to get personal because it's our personal time. So that's where also people need to differentiate the two. During waking hours, you are working. And then comes your tea time or your tea break. That's your personal time. That's when you can sit down and flirt and you can ogle your partner the way you want to ogle them. But at work, man, there's some things just really shouldn't necessarily mix with pleasure. And it also depends on the type of pleasure that we're talking about. Sometimes the pleasure could be like, okay, after sealing a deal, we just go out and have drinks. It's not necessarily bedroom pleasure. It's basically us maybe going out for a drink, that kind of stuff. We get to know each other. But in that way, people also tend to cross boundaries. So it's a lot, man.
Yeah, it is a lot. And there are stats, of course, that, come with this. Right? So, shockers and the stats that we have for you right now this morning, in terms of what we're talking about right now, mixing business and pleasure. So, a recent LinkedIn survey revealed that 70% of professionals believe mixing business with pleasure strengthens the relationship. But 30% say it leads to blurred boundaries and conflict. In South Africa's entrepreneurial culture, many deals are sealed informally, over coffee, at weddings, even at funerals. Psychologists warn that combining the two can create power imbalances and strain friendships if things can go wrong, because we did not set the expectations clear. Yes, we sealed the deal verbally, but now it's like, moving on. The finances, how do we handle this situation? Who does what, who does this? Because you guys were speaking in your corner. It was nice having drinks. You met someone that made you meet the next person. It's those kind of things. But we know that pleasure can be broad. We're not speaking about the pleasure in bedrooms, but business mixing with pleasure, it's you and your friends opening up a business. On a day like this where it's cloudy, you call your friend, hey man, we need to go and sell. It's like, boy, I'm not feeling well. That's you being comfortable, and that's where pleasure comes in, because you are more comfortable now with your friends. It's no longer business. For us to run the business, you have excuses that, I'm having anxiety attacks, so can we do that tomorrow? Tomorrow comes, I have a stomach bug, so what do? The business does not continue. So those kind of things, those are the things that we need to kind of clear out before they happen.
Yeah, no, it's true. Think about this. Depending on the angle that you come from, it's possible that you start out as friends or you start out as lovers.
Yeah.
And then you go into business, right?
Yeah.
Or you are in a business setting and then you develop friendship with the people that you work with. Or you find someone you love inside the business. So depending on where you are coming from, I think it could affect the outcome altogether.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's just a bunch of friends saying, hey, let's start a business, it could cause complications. Because we are used to each other as friends, and now we need to hold each other accountable to a very high standard and degree.
Yeah.
It makes things very complicated. But it's you're coming from a business setting where, look, I've got friends, true, but then I'm going to put the word out that I'm looking for a business partner, co-founders, and then we become friends in the process. it works out. But again, you don't know that individual.
Yeah.
You try your best to vet that person, but you don't know.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, you are in business, and then you fall in love, or you have like my friends and stuff like that. So both of them could and could not work out. But if I were to choose one, from having learned everything I've learned, I would rather find a business partner. And if something develops from that, sure, a friendship. But I would not go into business with friends altogether. Unless this is something that we are both passionate about.
Before we, of course, end this business of ours, there's two things that we need to look into: why people mix business with pleasure and why people avoid it, right? So networking feels natural in social settings, and trust grows faster outside formal environments. That is why most of the people mix business and pleasure. Why people avoid it? It's because the risk of awkwardness, damaged friendships, and unclear expectations, those are the things that arise. So it was a very interesting conversation, but it does not stop here. If you still have anything that you want to share with us, please do so by commenting down below to say, you know what, guys, I have mixed business with pleasure and it has worked very well for me, right? Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use. Just by giving you the closing thought on that one, just remember that in a country where relationships often open doors, mixing business and pleasure can feel natural, but it's a fine line. The question that we're leaving with you this morning is, are you building bridges or burning them? Talk to us as we are living this one. And it was a very beautiful Wednesday morning. 2 minutes till we hit the 10 o'clock on the dot. You know that we have so many things that we need to do after here, because we just gave you that powerful breakfast to kickstart this beautiful Wednesday morning of yours. Before we close, Afriberry, last words.
Last words, right? Stay fabulous, man. December is coming. December is here. Stay fabulous. Stay cheerful. Stay smiling. Stay blissful. Don't ever forget to count your blessings, because we are nothing without our blessings, and they always give us lessons. So please be grateful for everything that you have. Be grateful for each and every single person that you have. Learn to cherish each and every single moment that you have, because you never know when the Grim Reaper may come knocking at your door. So count your blessings, be blissful. And this festive season, all I have to say is be safe, be blissful, be cheerful. Don't forget to spread all the love that we have to share in the world. And for me, obviously, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Place. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter then turn. Imnandi mamnyama mamhlopi like the katakan bot maraloko famaname wetayo komaka.
It was another great morning edition of the Vooka Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for those who've joined us up until this hour of the day. Till we see each other, enjoy the rest of your day. I love you and stay safe. My name is Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Untitled Generator. Signing out, and see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
What's up, fam? Chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature.
Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Kamakosazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE. My name is Musi Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
We are live.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew.
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Let's go. Yo, check this out.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
It's the
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this. Running on ahead, and I can't feel. Be a lost girl and fly. spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to